This week on the Jock and Nerd podcast, we review Fantastic Four First Steps. Plus, the Jock breaks down everything he saw at this year's San Diego Comic-Con, including Hall H panels for Predator Badlands and Tron Ares, and reactions to new trailers for Gen V, Peacemaker Season 2, Avatar Fire and Ash, and more, all in this edition of the Jock and Nerd Weekly for Monday, July 28th, 2025.
This is Jason Mewes, and for reasons best left between you and your therapist, you're listening to the Jock and Nerd Podcast, Snooch to the Nooch. Check. Check one. All right. This is for all you fans out there. Let's give it up.
Jockin', we nerdin'. We funny, disturbing. We jockin', we nerdin'. We spoiler alert. Oh yeah!
Hello, what's up, listener? Thank you for pressing play, and welcome to the Jock and Nerd Podcast, where we give you comic book and superhero, TV and movie, news, reviews, and whatever we choose. Jock and Nerd. My name is Imran.
My name's Anthony.
He's the Jock.
He's a nerd.
And joining us is a fella who can stretch one part of his body really long. I'm not going to tell you what part that is, but he goes by the name Mr. Fat Ass Dick on the streets. We call him,
you said it right.
we call him Rock Boy.
It's
I know
my,
sometimes
it's the porn version.
Yeah, they confuse you for Mr. Fantastic. It's not Fantastic. It's Mr. Fat Ass Dick.
That's right, buddy. Boing.
Boing. Boing. That's all I got.
Isn't that one of our listeners? You went,
Ooh, boing.
Somebody
There's a
with
listener
last-
named Boing.
Yeah, there.
someone with a last name Boing.
There was somebody, but boing.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
He hasn't written
Make
in a while.
Make yourselves known.
Yes, that's as far as we're going with the Fantastic.
Yeah, we
Dick
could
joke.
we could move on.
We can move on. We should. We have a lot to discuss. A great movie to review, and a report from Earth's geekiest place coming right up. The Jock and Nerd Podcast. Anthony, I'm going to turn it over to you. I'm actually going to shut the fuck up. Can you believe it? Oh shit!
What are you turning over to me? The show, the keys to the show. If you're turning it over to me, it's never going to get done.
And that how's the show ended.
That's the end of the show.
All right, guys. See you next week.
I'm turning this segment over to you because I want a recap, a report from this year's San Diego Comic-Con, which you were just at.
I was just there, and I apologize to anyone on Patreon. I did not do instant reactions to Fantastic Four.
I figured you were busy traveling and whatnot.
Yeah, I was out living. I was out having fun at Comic-Con. It was my third Comic-Con, second one in a row. I only did the Friday this year, although I did hang out around the con on Saturday as well. What happened?
Yeah, what'd you see? What'd you do?
First off, I will talk about the movie in a little bit, but I did see Lensations himself, Lenny Romero, not only at the movie theater on Thursday night to see Fantastic Four, but then I also stopped by his booth at the Artist Alley.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's great, Lenny.
I love Lenny. He's
What's
the best
up,
guy
Lenny?
ever.
The Lensation, I felt the Lensations running through my veins as I came and saw him. So
His art
nice
is
to see.
amazing. You should go check it out if you haven't already.
There you go. Lensations on Instagram and whatever else he's on. Anyways, yeah, Friday, very relaxed. Walked around the hall, walked around the convention center, got some Godzilla stuff, some shirts, did a bunch of that. But all you guys all really care about is what did I see as far as the panels. So I went and I saw 3 panels that day.
Ooh.
I did not get in early enough to see Alien Earth, so they were showing of the first episode of Alien
Wow.
Earth.
Okay.
But I did get to see 3 other panels. So before I get into that, if you care at all about any of these movies, I will be spoiling what I saw.
Oh,
You should probably fast forward about 5 to 10 minutes, probably 10 minutes, just to be safe.
Yeah, there'll be timestamps.
Well, if Rimron's wrong about his timestamps, you should still fast forward.
Yes.
Anyways, the panels that I did see were The Long Walk,
Okay.
which is a Stephen King story, and it has Mark Hamill and a bunch of other people in it. And then I saw Predator Badlands.
Oh, nice.
And then I saw Tron Ares.
Okay.
For The Long Walk. They showed us the first 20 minutes of the film.
Oh, wow.
And it was pretty good. Basically, the premise here is there's a dystopian future. All these young kids participate in this walk that's televised on TV, and the person that walks the longest without stopping, and there's certain rules, wins a prize. But if you stop walking, you get like these, there's a couple different rules, there's warnings and stuff, but basically 3 strikes and you're out. If you stop walking at a pace of 3 miles or more, 3 miles per hour or more, you die.
Bam.
Oh,
And
They put out a new trailer. It shows a lot of that. This movie looks great.
yeah, it looked awesome. It ended with someone getting killed. And yeah, you get a feel for each of the people that are on the walk and how long they're walking. And it looked good. Like very simple premise.
Well, I
you
wanna
walk
know,
or you die.
Yeah, walk and die is great. It's terrifying. I want to know does Mark Hamill? It was interesting to see him in this because he's finally past Skywalker and Joker. Is he intimidating here? Does he seem threatening?
You don't see a ton of him in it. He's this general that's on, or I don't know what his rank is, but he's on a truck and gives out the rules and all that. So you don't see much of like his personality outside of that, but he seems convincing enough.
And I think the Karate Kid Legends is in there, boy. Ben Wang.
Ben Wang is in it. Yeah,
Yep,
Ben Wang has a big personality in
Yep.
it. There's a bunch of young and up and coming actors in this. I believe, might be wrong, but the alien or the droid from Alien Romulus is also playing a part in this.
Oh, okay.
I believe. I might be wrong on that.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for this movie. You look good then. First 20
You look
minutes.
good. Yeah.
Nice.
So then next we got Predator Badlands, and they showed clips from the original Predator, Predator 2, Predator Prey, Killer of Killers, and that all led up to Predator Badlands. They brought out the cast for that, which is a small cast. By the way, they bring out the cast for all these, cast and directors. So they brought out Dan Trachtenberg and Elle Fanning, and then the guy that plays Predator, and then someone else, one of the effects guys from the Winston days. And it was cool. Dan Trachtenberg is very much into the Predator. The whole concept here is he wanted to take the story to a new place, which is why you're following the Predator in this. And he didn't want humans in this because he wanted to create a story where you sympathize with the Predator. And he wanted to create a story where every time you see the Predator in these previous films, they lose. But what about if you're following them as not the anti-hero, but the hero, and they win?
Oh, I like it.
So for this, before the Predator Badlands, we did get that epilogue that you guys are showing. They showed it to us first.
Let's talk about that.
And the crowd went nuts, obviously. So, Ruggs, have you seen the epilogue that Imran's referencing?
no.
Okay. So at the end of Predator Killer of Killers, it ends with that shot of the Native American woman that killed one of the predators in a freeze box, right?
Right.
Mhm.
They've captured her.
From Prey, right. Amber
From Prey,
Thunder's
I
character.
forgot.
yes.
Yeah, that character.
Yeah.
And then it pans over, and you see another box, and it's Danny Glover's character from Predator
shit.
2 that's been captured.
Oh.
And then you pan over once more, and you see Arnold's character, Dutch, from
Yeah,
Predator
man.
1, also captured.
I knew it. I
And
knew
then they
these
said
fuckers
they would immediately after this was done, they would put this out on Hulu as the new epilogue. And then Dan Trachtenberg said he's had conversations with Arnold and Danny Glover, and he has some exciting stuff in store for the future of Predator.
They're going to do an animated one with Arnold and Danny Glover together.
I'd assume those guys will come back. For
I
an
believe they
animated
were
one.
both on board and were into this idea, which is why they were able to do it. And yeah, I linked it in the show notes, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's awesome!" And I had a feeling. I was like, "If she's frozen, they have to be there." It's great.
So yeah, they've got all of them.
Very exciting.
Then they were like, the footage isn't completely finished yet. And because the movie's in November, so there's a lot more CGI that needs to be done. It's not completely finished, but we're going to show you the first 15 minutes of Predator Badlands.
Oh shit!
So they did a whole thing of like, hey, the footage is not complete. There's some CGI renderings that still need to be done. Just bear with us, but we figured you guys would enjoy seeing this. And full spoilers here. So
Oh boy!
it opens with, I believe the character's name is Deck or
Yes, Deck.
Deck.
Yeah.
And Deck is on this Predator homeworld. It opens with him, and he's with his older brother, and his older brother's testing him. So they're basically fighting each other.
Okay.
And his older brother, they're speaking in Yautja, so everything is subtitled. And he's basically telling him he needs to get better. Like, Dad is not proud of him. Dad doesn't like him. he needs to do something impressive, and Deck loses this little like testing session where they're fighting each other, and then they go on to the ship, and Deck basically Deck has to like every time you become a predator or an official predator, you go out and you kill something that's tough to kill.
Right.
So they're scrolling through planets, and they stop on this one planet, and this planet has this monster that is unkillable according to predators.
Ooh.
And Deck goes, "I'm going to kill that one.
Okay.
I'm going to go there and kill that one."
Nice.
And then his brother's like, "No, you can't do that. Like it's impossible." He's like, "No, that's the one." And Deck is basically like the runt of the family. He's smaller, like he's very short compared to the other predators. He's the runt.
He's just jumping into the big game right away.
Well, he wants to prove himself.
Yeah.
One thing to mention before I jump into the rest of the 15 minutes, they did address why the predators' faces are CGI.
Oh.
And they said it's because the original effects guy from Stan Winston was up on the stage, and he was like, I agreed we needed to do this because the amount of expressions that they needed the predators to do, because the predators are the main characters, it would have been impossible with animatronics. What you've seen in the movies is basically the limit to the animatronics, so they needed to do some sort of hybrid.
Yeah.
So that's why we're getting CGI faces.
Makes
and you
sense.
Now,
see that
is there a practical version that's on display, or is it always CG the face?
I believe it is always CG. the face.
Okay.
Yeah. And you do see in this 15 minutes that they're expressing a lot more than they normally
Sure.
do.
I mean, he's the lead character. He's gonna have to-
Right. So, anyways, he chooses this planet. As he's choosing this planet to go down, the father comes, lands with a ship. And he's very regal, like big horns.
Nice.
And he shows up, and in Yaoche, he goes to the Boulder brother. What the hell? You should have basically, what the hell? Why didn't you kill him already?
Oh, Jesus.
He's the runt of the family.
Yeah, just
he,
get rid of him.
he provides us dishonor and disgrace.
Oh,
Weakness is killing our family.
Oh.
Kill him.
Poor Dick.
So then they trap the Deck gets trapped by the older brother, and the older brother's about to kill him, but instead he releases the trap, puts like a jetpack on him, sends him into the ship,
Oh, shit.
and then marks on his wrist like coordinates to that planet so he can get away.
And he's like, go get him.
But as he's getting away, the father then basically fights with the brother, the older brother,
Sure.
and stabs him through the chest.
Oh, no.
He's on the ground, and Deck is like watching this through the ship, like trying to get out.
Yeah.
And then he beheads him in front of Deck.
Oh, shit.
And as he beheads him, the ship sails off, and then that's how that ends.
Oh, love it.
Yeah.
Wow, big spoilers.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah. So yeah, you pretty cool stuff. It wasn't all finished, but the stuff that was finished looked really good, and they were like the whole panel was basically revolving around like, how do we get you to sympathize with the Predator and follow this character? And I thought they did a good job of, in that 15 minutes, giving you a reason for why you would relate to this character.
Yeah, they efficiently set up the sympathy for him. I already felt bad for him.
He's the runt of the family. His dad wants him dead.
Dad wants him dead, kills his brother who just helped him escape. He beheads him in front of him, and you're like, fuck. So now I really got to kill this thing and prove
he's got to prove himself.
He's got nowhere to go back to, really.
Unless he either goes to that planet and dies, or goes back, and he can only come back with that, with the monster.
So,
and then they talked a lot about Elle Fanning's character and how they wanted an android in there, obviously, because they didn't want a human, but they wanted like all the sci-fi movies have good android sidekicks, so they wanted an android, and then they felt like, okay, Weyland Yutani would make sense. To have this android.
No, I love that. So they are hinting to.
And someone asked, are they building towards Alien versus Predator? And he said, yeah, we'll see. Basically.
Have we ever seen the Predators actually have a conversation with each other or with another being before in live action?
Isn't Predator 2 where they do that?
Do they talk to each other?
I think Predator 2, they kind of maybe. I also maybe an different. Alien versus Predator Requiem. They might, but this is full out conversations and crazy. Subtitled, so it's much more elaborate than what you normally.
And then
do.
the brother thing, really, it reminds me of that third part in Killer of Killers with the ninja and the samurai brothers, how that kind of started.
Sort of,
right? But then it goes crazy. So I love that. Sounds great.
Yep.
Sounds great.
Cool.
This was all Hall H, right? Things?
All Hall H,
okay.
It was cool. Yeah, they had a good production. Like in the beginning, before the they played a trailer, and then like the red light came on to the audience, and then they showed everyone in the audience with like thermal vision.
Oh, cool.
So it was like panning around. So it was pretty cool. Then the last panel for the day was Tron Ares. They had a full-on production for this. They brought in like red lighting and lasers, and they had the full cast. Jeff Bridges was there. What's his fucking face?
Jared Leto.
Jared Leto was there. The original creator of Tron was there. The director,
shit.
the entire cast was there, and they showed. They had a huge production. Like it was like almost like a rave. Like all these things happening.
I saw some pictures and it looked like a fucking EDM nightclub.
Yeah, it did. And they did 3 clips. They did one clip where Celine. So apparently, Celine's song character has some sort of like thing that the people from the Tron universe need to get. So they send Ares, who's played by Jared Leto, as like he's like the guy that has to go and get it.
Okay.
For the capture it for the game, and he has him and his sidekick. But they go into the real world. So they're on the light cycles, and they're chasing not Celine's song. Greta Lee's character.
Yeah.
And she's on a regular motorbike. So they do this whole elaborate chase through the city, and it's really well done. And one Jared Leto's character gets like sidetracked somehow. So then this other character played by this African American woman's chasing her. And
Jodie Turner-Smith
finds a way to like knock her off the bike, but then her bike is disabled. So then, as she's about to get caught, she jumps on the light bike and then runs away, and that's how the clip ends.
Yeah.
Then the next clip we get, Greta Lee is in the Tron universe. They have her captured, and then Jared Leto's character Ares decides to flip and help her. So then he takes her on the light cycle. And is like cruising through like the water and underwater, and it's all this like red elaborate universe, and he's getting chased, and it's just another big chase scene, but this time in the Tron universe.
Nice.
And then at the end, they showed a 9 Inch Nails music video with clips of Tron Ares.
Sweet.
It looked. I don't know if this movie's going to be good or not.
Yeah,
but it looked fucking amazing.
Yeah,
I mean the sets. The chase scenes, it looked expensive. The music with the 9 Inch Nails, it looked like it would live up to the par of what Tron's releases have done in each of their eras in terms of just visually.
Every single Tron movie, the 2 of them, have been very visually interesting.
Yeah, you have to.
And so they don't look like any other movie. They look completely different. So I think that is an advantage. Whether the movie's great or not, it still has that going for it.
And it looks, from what I've seen, like it'll still have that. They're really, this time it's the red.
Yeah.
The original Tron was like this blue.
Yeah.
Then the Tron Legacy was kind of this teal.
Right.
This is going full red, and it looks, I don't know how much this movie cost, but it looks like they've put $300 million.
Jesus.
I mean, I don't know what the budget is, but me and my friend Chris were like, this looks insane in terms of
the red really draws you in. And
it's crazy because they had Daft Punk do the Tron Legacy, and now they have 9 Inch Nails doing this, and it's got a more malignant tone to it, and it's interesting. It's more rock and roll.
Right. Yeah, no, it looks great. The whole thing, the whole concept that they kept talking about here is, okay, we've gone to the Tron universe twice. Let's bring Tron into the real world. And Ares is this hunter that then decides to like change and side with the humans.
Okay, so Ares does maybe start as a bad guy, and there's a turn.
Right.
Okay. How was Jared's? Did he seem like he wanted to be in the movie?
He was great. He was very charismatic. They asked him why 30 Seconds to Mars wasn't the soundtrack instead. They had a laugh about that. Him and Jeff Bridges seemed like they liked each other. He kept praising Jeff Bridges, and then he also praised all the people that weren't on stage that worked on the film. So he seemed really into it.
All right, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross have done legit sound movie scores and got Oscar nominations at this point. So for him to still have 9 Inch Nails and have more experience and do this,
well, that Daft Punk soundtrack is like unforgettable. It's so good. So hopefully they do something just as good.
Yeah, no, I think it'll be in terms of visual, like right away, it's special effects, cinematography, soundtrack, it's all there.
All right. Yeah. See, with the big studios out of the way, these genre projects got a little bit of room
Well,
to shine.
you say big studios, but Predator Badlands is 20th Century Studios, and
which is Disney,
and
Yeah,
Tron is
true.
Disney.
And I
One of the
believe-
jokes they kept saying was, "Thank you, Disney, for providing us all this money."
That's a good point. And
So-
I believe James Gunn was there, but just talking about Peacemaker, there's a new trailer. We'll talk about.
They did
in
a
second.
Peacemaker thing on
Yeah.
Saturday. I didn't do this. So Saturday, I just did the activations.
Oh,
And I mostly hung out in the Crunchyroll activation because they had a live, like a amphitheater set up and just had live music and drinks and activations. So I just hung out there and drank a little
what's
bit.
an activation?
So there's the Comic-Con convention, which is like the main hall. And then there's all these panels with different rooms. And then they'll have activations outside the con. And you don't necessarily sometimes you need your pass, sometimes you don't.
Mhm.
And they'll have, for example, the Crunchyroll activation. So they're basically promoting all their shit. So they'll have all these like live performances of music. You walk around, you go like play games, you get food. So they had that. They'll have like a Paramount activation. So all the Paramount stuff. They'll have FX Alien Earth activation. They'll have
I've never
Avid
heard that
Entrumentary.
activation.
You know what? It's a very
It's like a pop-up event.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's a pop-up event.
A pop-up
or like
event,
A vendor.
yeah.
But they have
and there's probably at least this is a complete guess. There's probably at least 30 or 40 happening in the city, and they're all long lines. Like
That's crazy. How are the
people just
lines?
jumping around everywhere. Lines are long for everything.
Oh man, did you go
Lots
to
of people?
Did you go to the Godzilla little pop-up thing they had there?
No,
Oh, you did miss that.
I didn't even know there was a Godzilla thing. happening.
Did you see that big dude in the Galactus cosplay costume?
No.
Oh, that guy had a crazy fucking costume. It was. I saw they put it
It's
in.
very, very packed in there. The whole thing is there's a lot of people walking around.
But was it as busy as last year?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, so it's about like 130,000 people. They say was last year.
Yeah, and I'd imagine there's probably more people that even just show up for all the stuff that's happening around because it's
Yeah.
literally
the whole city.
it's in downtown. It'd be like having it in like Millennium Park, or if like you were in New York, it'd be like having it like right on the water in like Chelsea or something like that. Like it was just like right in the middle. So then like you go out and you can go to all the bars around there are all Comic-Con themed, the club. Like it takes over the city. Like the buildings are wrapped with like ads for different TV shows or movies. It just becomes a whole thing.
Let me ask you this: 55 years this show's been going on. You went last 2 years in a row. Does it have a future? What does it keep hanging on?
What kind of question is that?
Especially if all the big studios don't come back and do Hall H, right? Like kind of abandon it for their own things. But it sounds like it's still well attended.
If you
still
went there,
very
you
relevant.
would. If you went there, I'll just say this:
I would
if
explode.
you were there, that you would realize how absurd of a question that is.
I get it.
Yeah,
I get
like-
it. I'm just saying it's been going
This
on
is-
55 years.
So, like, when you're trying to book tickets to this place, you can't even find a hotel room. So I
Right.
think it's fine.
Right.
Yeah,
I think it's
well,
still,
yeah.
it's still
Alright.
good.
They're doing just fine.
Okay.
The hall, just to give you some perspective, Hall H holds 6,500 people.
Yeah.
So even if Hall H, let's say, sucks, there's a huge segment of the audience that's not even a fraction of the amount of people that are there.
Was it full for all those three that you went to?
Of course.
Of course, oh yeah,
Wow.
completely full.
Yeah.
I mean, beyond like to the point where I was going. We've said this 2 years in a row. Like they need to sell less of it. It's too packed.
Oh, okay.
Like it's too. It's not only it's too packed, but like even the amount of there's vendors for things that I don't even like. I've never heard of.
Like, what is that?
There's
what
like
even is that? Yeah,
vendors for
everything.
like they're selling belt buckle
Yeah.
bottle openers
Yeah.
for some obscure anime show. Like
Yeah.
there's
Like-
it's just like everything is there.
If you can imagine, New York Comic Con is now like turning away people who want to get tables now.
Oh shit.
So like it's like an impossible to get a table at New York Comic Con, and that's not even I think half the size of San Diego.
Well, and the thing about San Diego is the artist alley is actually very small.
Oh really?
Very small.
Oh.
Very small compared to any artist alley I've ever seen, but very packed.
Yeah.
Like the super like insanely packed at the artist alley.
Because that's not the draw there.
Right.
The draw is like all of the media that's
It's
there.
everything. I mean, you have Nickelodeon, you have Paramount, you have You had AMC had an activation where they were selling their popcorn buckets.
I heard about that. I saw a photo of that crazy booth. I was like, "This is crazy." You can buy just the popcorn bucket.
If and when you ever go,
I gotta
and run,
go.
You will see that it's very healthy.
You should try to get press passes.
I've never been, but maybe one day I'll go.
Yeah, maybe one day you should go. I mean, San Diego's a really cool town too. So I love San Diego. Very relaxed, but it's a lot.
I just remember last year with the whole, you explained the process of the lottery, waiting in line for the lottery, then getting the ticket, then waiting in line for the whole. And I was like, this sounds fucking terrible. But you got to see all that cool shit and the Doom thing. What was the difference between last year and this year? Was one better than the other?
I mean, this year wasn't, a Marvel panel, so we didn't have to. Last year, to do the Marvel panel, we basically had to commit 2 days to it.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Whereas this year, because we didn't have an agenda, a smaller agenda, like we didn't have to, we could kind of do whatever we wanted.
Yeah, and you saw 3 panels.
And and we only waited in line probably like 45 minutes.
Okay, that's what I was getting at. So you could easily see more panels,
right?
This year probably.
But I think it's pretty nuts. There's a lot going on.
Look, I'm gonna try to apply for press passes to the podcast, right? And we'll do a little thing, and maybe we can all go. It is a bucket list thing. But this year sounded like it would have been a good one to go to because sounds like it wasn't too crazy.
It was crazy.
It was crazy.
It was very crazy.
Still crazy.
It's still crazy. To like actually, if you want to do specific things, let's say you want to see a panel,
right,
or you want to go to a specific activation, or you want to pick up a specific like release or get a specific autograph, you have to plan those things out. Like it's too.
That's the downfall. I don't like to do any of that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing that does suck is like, for example, we would go to these booths or we would go to things that we wanted to see and their line would be ridiculous. Or it would be like, hey, you needed to reserve a ticket and come at a specific time, or hey, this thing is already sold out.
Yeah.
But then there are things like, for example, I was walking by and Michael Biehn was just sitting at his table, like signing autographs, and no one knew that he was even there.
Yeah, he's just hanging out by himself.
I walked by and I could have shook hands with Ray Park.
Oh man!
Or what's his Alec Baldwin? We were eating dinner on the street.
Yeah,
and Alec Baldwin just walked by, and no one knew that was Alec Baldwin. We're just like, oh shit, that's Alec Baldwin. He doesn't just like head nod and kept walking.
Oh my god, what a fun, weird place! I gotta go.
You've got a whole mix of like things that people want to see, but then because there's so many actors and artists, and I mean the voice cast for X-Men was there. One of my buddies literally came up and got an autograph and took a picture with the lady that plays Storm. So that's like great. You can do. Yeah, there are things where if you don't necessarily want to do the high level stuff, you can still find things, but it's just it's a give or take.
And then Kevin Smith hosted those panels, or
Kevin Smith hosted both the Predator and the
Tron one.
Tron one, yep.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh wow,
yeah.
So I got to see old Kevin Smith be enthusiastic about things.
Yeah, he's excited about things. That's always a good Kevin Smith, skinny Kevin Smith.
Well, you can count on that.
He's
gonna be. He hasn't shit on anything in a long time.
No,
the only thing that he shit on is religion. Like in the past decade, he made that movie.
He's fine. He's done all his shitting on things. You can just smile and say, "Yay!"
Yeah, he's just gonna love everything.
That's great.
He's gonna be Imran from now.
Any other highlights, observations? I'm glad you had a great. Sounds like a fun time.
Well, I'll talk about the movie in a little bit, but I have some observations being in San Diego for that too.
All right, listener, if you got a question for Anthony, you could join this conversation. You could join our Facebook group. It's called Jock and Nerd Nation. Jock and Nerd. It is a closed, exclusive group just for the listeners of this show, just for you. Get in there. Lots of fun. All right, I just pulled a couple of trailers and things that they kind of came out during San Diego and around San Diego. For example, Gen V, the Boys spinoff, put out their season 2 trailer. This one coming back September 17th.
Right.
On Amazon Rugs. Did you get a look at this? We got some people from The Boys in here. What'd you think?
Yeah, you got Starlight's in there.
The Black Noirs is in there.
Black Noir is in there. It was cool to see them. I don't know about her being, I forgot the name of the girl, the Blood Girl, being the most powerful person ever. That's what they said.
Yeah, more powerful than Homelander. He's just like, lying to her.
No, that's not a thing. No, but I guess. Maybe she could pop heads like the other one did.
I mean, she's floating people. Like, if you could control blood, really, you should be able to just move people around at will.
Yeah, she's like Blood Nito.
Yeah. It's a bloody good time. Anthony, what'd you think of this? Are you excited for the season 2?
I watched it. I have to admit, I don't remember what happened in Gen V. I know that I liked it. I know that they were in a college and there was a lot of secrets that were revealed. Because I don't remember what all that happened in Gen V, because it seems like it's been a while. Wasn't super hyped. I did notice that they said that Marie could be the most powerful character in this.
Yeah.
I'm curious if maybe it's because she can start manipulating maybe other people's blood. If that's the case, that might make sense. I know I'm probably going to like it. It's been so long since I've seen Gen V that right now I'm more just kind of decompressing from Comic-Con, and
I don't blame you. I think, remember at the end, Homelander shows up and then they all get captured and some other shit
they're
happens.
back in jail or something, or they
get captured, and the three bad kids are like the good kid. They're hailed as the good kids, the saviors, the blonde girl, and they'll recap all of it, of course, before the season starts. So don't worry. Don't worry. I did have this one final trailer for Alien Earth, and I put this in here because I was hoping you saw this panel, but this show starting August 12th, very soon, on FX. What you got? Are you guys excited for this?
I just hope it doesn't suck.
Well, I mean, I like the premise. I like the look of the thing. I like everything they're doing.
Everything looks great.
It does. It's no Holly. There's 5 alien creatures and xenomorphs.
I still don't like the idea of there being aliens before the Nostromo finds them.
It changes things. It's got to change something. I
still will never like that idea. But it does look good. I can't say it doesn't look good, even though it's an idea I hate. It looks good.
Anthony, I think Alien Predator fans are eating well nowadays because of what Dan Trachtenberg is doing. And I think because of this. Hopefully it's good. It looks good. Are you excited for this?
I am anticipating it. I think TV show, I mentioned this earlier, I'm a little skeptical on TV show, but it looks good so far, which was a lot of the skepticism I had. I am also curious about doing a prequel on Earth.
Yeah, it's weird.
So we'll see. Alien Romulus was an okay start. It wasn't the banger that I hoped it was going to be.
Right.
Going in the TV show direction seems interesting. I want to see how it plays out, though.
I'll tell you, Noah Hawley's track record is pretty good. It seems to be in good hands. So it looks prestige-y. Even on FX. So I'm excited. Here's a fun one. James Gunn was there with the Peacemaker cast and put out a trailer for season 2. Anthony, did you get a look at this one?
No, this one I'll have to default to you guys because I'm watching it.
Oh,
I didn't get to see the Peacemaker panel, and I missed this when you put the notes out.
Ruggs, are you excited for season 2? This is the direct continuation
of the Peacemaker.
The
Peacemaker.
Yes, we have some.
What happens in this trailer? He seems like he wants to go and change his life because everybody hates his guts.
Right.
So he wants to go to a new universe and start fresh.
Yep.
That causes some kind of issue.
Of course it would.
And there's parallel versions of each person. And I think in the new universe, what's her face? James Gunn's wife actually likes him.
She's into him there. Yes, I find that interesting. So
that's going to create interesting things. Jen Holland is her name.
That's her real name? I forget. She plays the character's name. And then you get Frank Grillo in here.
She plays the character's name?
She plays, I forget the character's name.
But Frank Grillo wants to kill the Peacemaker because in that universe, he killed his son in the Suicide Squad.
Frank Grillo's you killed my son. I got to get him.
You killed my son. And we got Angry Grillo, which is always good.
Emilia Harcourt is the name of Jennifer Holland's character.
That's right.
But this looks like more wacky fun. Like, I love that he found another universe to live in, and he's like, I'm just going to stay here. It's nicer here. But of course you can't do that. So
yeah, he's got some kind of doohickey that lets him go to different universes.
Well, remember those rooms in the first season where his dad had that closet or that room that was like this vast area?
It seems like everybody's got doorways into alternate universes.
Yeah, it's just
pocket universe.
Yeah, it's a doorway to the pocket universe. James Gunn loves
Lex Luthor must have been giving them out.
Loves his pocket universes. But this is coming out August 21st on Max. I'm very geek boner. I love the Peacemaker. See James Gunn's universe continue. Next I have here, they released this online, but it originally attached to Fantastic Four. Avatar Fire and Ash trailer. You guys all saw this, right?
Yes.
In the theaters.
It's a trailer that shows you lots of things you've already seen before.
What? I mean, there's some new stuff. There's what's the new stuff in here, Anthony? What'd you think?
They did the Odyssey thing.
Yes.
Like they did for Superman, where you thought the trailers were done.
Right.
And then they snuck this one in.
I'm like, wait, there's one more.
What do you see? Oh, I mean, lots of, what are they called?
Na'vi.
You get to see some fire Na'vi. You get to see the fire Na'vi are not necessarily in the same belief system as the regular Na'vi. Yeah, I mean, you see the things you've seen before with other Avatar movies. Let me switch gears on this.
But they have red paint on them. That's different.
Let me switch gears on this. Two questions.
Yeah,
and you guys can give your thoughts on the trailer. One, has there ever been a franchise like Avatar, which is so well made, makes a shit ton of money, which means a lot of people see it, yet no one ever talks about the movies once they're done?
Yeah.
Because I don't even remember what happened in the last movie. I was just at Comic-Con. I can tell you right now.
They're non-stories.
I didn't see anyone dressed in anything.
No Na'vi's walking around.
I didn't see anything sold.
Yeah.
Avatar.
No presents. The banner?
Nothing.
Interesting.
Nothing. No one's even. No one. This isn't anyone's favorite franchise.
Do you know how often I think about that question just randomly, like throughout the day, like all the time? It is the fucking wildest thing. And this movie's going to come out. It's going to make fucking $3 billion. And then nobody's going to talk about it.
I did it on X. I begged James Cameron to just move on from this.
This man, a brilliant filmmaker, spending 20 years of his life.
I feel like
making these movies.
He's done this as good as he could do it. He's introduced us to this great, beautiful world. But I don't think that he's bringing either anything great or new. They're just more of the same. Like, if you're going to do an alien thing, let's get some different looking aliens. Let's get some.
They got big water whale creature looking things jumping out of the water.
Let's get some different, like, race of people that are completely different.
They have red on them. That's different. They look different. They got red on.
The other ones were like watery, like little teal. But like, come on, let's really
manipulate
the ability to design new life forms. Let's go, people.
They got arrows with fire and shit.
That's you guys both hit on it, but that was the second question I had was, is anyone happy with James Cameron some would say wasting the last year doing these Avatar films.
I fucking hate that he's wasting his time with this shit, because I know why he's doing it, because it's his own IP.
Yeah.
Yep.
But he could do his own IP on something else.
Imagine the movies he would have made instead. Oh man,
yeah. One of the most talented filmmakers of our time doing his own Dances with Wolves.
At the same time, when I watch this trailer, I'm still like, I can't believe this is all fucking fake. This is fucking wild. It
looks amazing. You can't take out what
it looks amazing.
It's going to be amazing, like, to look at. It's going to be entertaining, but at the same time, the goods are not there for like an IP. There's not enough variety in. Yeah. It's just because for a lot, it's already 3 films. You're already and each film is 3 hours long.
He's gonna make 2 more. He's not done. Which
I beg of you, stop.
He's not. He's gonna make 5 of them. And which childhood fable?
Like, even the bad guy. Like, the bad guy's the same bad guy. It's the same bad guy.
He's still trying to kill him.
Yeah. I'm like, when are we gonna stop? Let's make some new shit and like let's.
Well, what do you think? What do you think? I think part of it, as we discuss this, because I am of the opinion as well that he is wasting his career doing this, but it seems like this is what he wants to do. So, right? So who says it's a waste if this is what he wants to do? Right. So, but I do agree. Like, I do think when I mentioned that first question, this is the least talked about big franchise I've ever been around. And I think part of it is there isn't really a character, like a cool part. Like, there's nothing cool. It's all visually stunning.
Yeah.
But who do you latch onto? I mean, the coolest character is probably the girl played by Zoe Saldana. I don't even know her name.
I don't remember.
She might be the coolest character, but there's not a lot of there's not a cool factor to this like there is with any other franchises.
Yeah, you're right, and that's what's the weird thing. Like, it's all just like the same blue alien types. Nothing sticks out, but yet it looks amazing. But There is nothing. Yeah, there isn't. It's very weird. It's just very weird. And it will make fucking almost $2 billion. Watch.
And it'll probably get nominated for an Oscar for Best Picture.
Like, imagine that they stumbled upon a race of advanced people that are like way above them. Like they're still riding fucking thing. And they have like, they're on a completely different level, not like human level with the machines, but like just on another level, like stumbling upon like, somebody that's maybe medieval level or beyond that.
Look, what I want to see in this movie, what I want him to do with these fire Na'vi, like you had underwater scenes, you had Na'vi that could just breathe underwater. You could see it, film it, looked amazing. Do that in lava. Like show us, like you could never pull that off in real life. That would be something different. Show us them in lava, like living in a hot, fucking weird thing.
Okay, but Imran, you're asking for things. He's going to make a 3-hour movie out of that.
Yes,
you're asking for like one shot.
I know. What about
I'm going to put the parallel to this is Planet of the Apes.
Okay.
Okay.
Planet of the Apes is it. You got it's about apes now.
Yeah.
Right.
But they figure out a new bad guy that's very interestingly bad.
Yeah.
And there's always like a different, since it's on Earth and there's like technology that they can use or that they can fuck around with or do a twist on, it makes it fun. Here, everything's alien. And there, even though there are like the Earth people there with the machines and the fucking boats and the guns, it's always the same thing. Yeah. It's like we've seen them chase with the whale and the whale killing.
So it's Sully, right, and his family, but fucking Stephen Lang's character, Quaritch, still is trying to hunt and kill these motherfuckers down. I do agree. Maybe you need a new bad guy because he was barely serviceable in the second one, I thought.
Yeah, you got to get rid of that bad guy. You got to have different human characters that are up to a different thing.
It's a weird thing, and I know he's pushing the 3D technology. Also, he's did a 3D video for Sabrina Carpenter or something because he's gonna invent new 3D, better 3D, and his 3D is stunning. Like this is how to experience an Avatar movie. I think is 3D. That's how I live in these worlds and how it works. But nobody talks about it. Nobody talks about it. It's fine. It's fine. One last trailer here just came out today, guys. The next thing from the MCU on TV on Disney Plus, Eyes of Wakanda, coming out August 1st. Avatar coming out December 19th, by the way. August 1st, 4 episodes, limited series. Eyes of Wakanda. Anthony, you just watched this because I made you.
Yep.
What do you think about this?
I'm glad it's not live action.
Okay.
Because if it was live action, no one would watch this. Animated, whatever. If to me, when you do stuff animated, I don't have a lot of investment in either way. It could be a cool story. It sounds like they're doing kind of a Predator Killers of Killers things where the Wakandans have been interfering in history when they needed to throughout all of time.
Yeah. Wakandan spies out there doing
decent story.
Yeah.
I'm glad they're not investing a ton of money in this because no one will watch this otherwise.
Yeah, Ruggs, what do you think of this? And like the animation style is like very Disney. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah, you know what though? It's at least it's different than the What If style. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I liked it at first, but then after a while, I was like, this is already dated. After it's been out for a year,
that's true.
Because like so much other animation had come out that was way more cooler than that.
This looks different. Yeah.
Yeah, the animation isn't bad. At least it's stylized and it's it has its own look. It's a little Disneyfied, but it's still legit. It's still cool.
But yeah, no, like you said, Anthony, 4 episodes, probably half an hour.
Yeah, they're trying to build out the world of Wakanda, and that might be interesting to see what Wakanda's been up to all these years.
It does,
but yeah,
it says it's produced by Ryan Coogler, also just like Ironheart, so could be good. August
4
1st.
episodes. It's not really a big deal to check out.
It's not gonna hurt you.
It's not a big commitment.
Finally, there were some Godzilla updates at San Diego Comic-Con. Anthony, do you know about any of these?
I saw some stuff, but you can go over it.
So there was a panel called Godzilla at 70, 7 Decades of the King of Monsters, San Diego Comic-Con. And the sequel to Godzilla -1, director Takayashi Yamazaki says it will start filming on August 30th. So coming up. And he also addressed, because Ruggs, what was the rumors we heard a week ago? I didn't talk about it in last week's show, but there was rumors of 4 Godzilla movies in the works. One of them was Godzilla.
You got the American Godzilla.
Yeah. Oh, right.
You got -1. So you got Godzilla X Kong.
Right.
The next one.
Right.
So that's 1. You got -1 sequel.
Right.
That's
-2.
Yes. You got a sequel to Shin Godzilla.
Okay.
And then you got a Chinese Godzilla.
Okay.
So if you don't know, Godzilla's Japanese.
Oh,
but they started releasing shit in China, and China's got a lot of people and huge population. And so it started doing really well, and they saw dollar signs, and they're like, hey, maybe if we made a Godzilla movie that took place in China, we could make bonkers money at the box office. So they're going to make so they already released like a little like Godzilla in China like teaser.
Oh.
And they're going to make a full movie now. That was just a test of waters, kind of like thank you for buying all Godzilla shit and being Godzilla fans, but now they're going to try and tackle that market. So there's a lot of shit.
That's a lot of Godzilla.
That's 4 movies, motherfucker. That's a lot.
That's crazy. Yeah, he didn't comment on the Shin Godzilla sequel, but he did say -1 part 2 or whatever it's called.
I never thought ever there would be a Shin Godzilla sequel or just a Godzilla that they made for China, but that's how much power China has with population wise.
Yeah,
and now if they could just get that Indian market, Indian Godzilla.
Oh, wait, Indian Godzilla. Anthony, comment on the Godzilla. You excited for -1-2 or square root of 5 or whatever it's going to be called?
Yeah, no, I mean, look, -1 ends in a way where there's definitely they could do a sequel. I would have been mad if -1 that was it. Like that ended in a good way where you could have done either. I like who directed -1, so that one I'm anticipating more than, let's say, a Shin Godzilla sequel. But
yeah,
I do enjoy that there's multiple iterations of Godzilla and everyone's seemingly getting a crack at Godzilla. I mean, this is a great time to be a Godzilla fan if you, especially growing up and only getting those films, with limited exposure and kind of a joke, and now it's not. So I'm happy.
Not only that, but Godzilla's in all the comics now.
Oh yeah, he's fighting the Justice League. He's fighting the Marvel heroes. He's everywhere. It's crazy.
It is pretty interesting because Marvel used to have the license to Godzilla back in the 80s and 70s. So he's kind of making his triumphant return. And then DC is Warner Brothers and Legendary were in cahoots.
That's how they can do it.
So it's kind of like incestual. It's crazy.
I mean, there's lots of Godzilla content out there. He did say that. I guess it's also been confirmed the sequel will also be a period piece. So.
I feel like if they play their cards right, Godzilla could be like another Jurassic Park kind of thing, where like little kids that love dinosaurs, now they're transitioning over to Godzilla, and it'll be like a bulletproof franchise one of these days if they keep playing their cards right. They got to keep introducing interesting stuff that kids could buy new toys of that are interesting. I think more monkeys that look like
you always need more monkeys.
No, I mean
that sells.
They've done the more monkeys with the Scar King and all that other stuff.
Yeah,
they got to get more inventive. I think
he's 70.
That's right.
Happy birthday. I don't know what it is. Anyways, let's take a break here. We'll play some promos, come back and talk about 4 fantastic individuals right after this.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men?
Turn your dial to find the frequency of the past.
Captain Advice.
Where the classic stories of mysteries, sci-fi, thrillers, and suspense are found waiting to be heard once again.
Another case for Nick Carter, Master Detective.
You'll find a variety of those stories here, in their original form, where each episode takes you to another place or time.
The Man of Bronze, Doc Savage.
But only when you find the mystery frequency. Available everywhere.
The Shadow knows.
Attention podcast listeners and YouTube watchers. I'm Logan, the host of Mostly Superheroes, a weekly pursuit for the world's best stories with an emphasis on live-action superhero stuff. Every week, join me, PC Mike, The Giggler, Scotty Scoop, and Carrie as we talk MCU, DCU, books, TV, movies, and more. MostlySuperheroes.com is where you want to be. Watch us on YouTube, listen where you get your podcast, and we'll see you Sunday on Patreon. Enjoy the rest of the show.
And Nerd.
Listener, if you enjoy this show, this is a great time to join our Patreon fan club. Just visit jockandnerd.com/Patreon.
Jock and Nerd.
There's a link in the episode description, and you can give back on a monthly or annual basis. But for as little as $3 a month, you get access to cool things like an exclusive podcast feed where the shows come out early, bonus reactions. We posted our instant reactions to movies coming out. Anthony was busy, so you got Rugs and mine reaction this week. It's fine. It's all good. It's okay. You'll make up. You'll make up for it. It's okay. You can also join us for our monthly Discord hangouts, which are lots of fun. The next one will be Thursday, August 21st. Put it in your calendar. Other fun stuff, like you can pick any movie for us to review. There's an exclusive t-shirt tier. Check it out all at jockandnerd.com/Patreon. All right, fellas, let's get into this week's movie review. It's here. The MCU is here. We will be discussing Fantastic Four First Steps. Here's your spoiler alerts.
Strap yourselves in, you fucks. Spoiler time.
We are at the third and final movie of the year from Marvel. The 37th movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The second official reboot of Fantastic Four movies. And it is also the first movie in Phase 6, which is the final phase of the multiverse saga. Lots of things it is. Of course, Fantastic Four, published by Marvel Comics. First appearance, the Fantastic Four #1, November 1961. Created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. Now, very quickly, I need to mention the history of these film rights because they've been crazy. So, 1986, Stan Lee sells the rights to Fantastic Four to German producer Bernd Eichinger from Constantine Film. Ruggs, you know Constantine Films. They made all those shit films back in the 80s, remember?
Sure.
Right? In 1992, Eichinger produces a low-budget movie made by Roger Corman. They hired the cast. They filmed this thing. They told the cast, this is a real movie. This is going to come out in theaters. They lied to them. They had no intention of releasing this. It was just made to retain the rights before they ran out. There's a
what did they do with it? Did they ever get released on anything?
It leaked on YouTube years later, and there is a fantastic
years later. I don't think it leaked on years later from the 90s.
From 86, of course, or 92 years later.
Lots of years later.
Lots of years later. Eventually it does come out on YouTube. There's a fantastic documentary about the whole thing that somebody put together that you should check out. But yeah, I think it was passed around like VHS tapes at one point. Somebody found them.
Ruggs, any of you watched it?
Did you ever see this, Ruggs? Like,
yes, I did watch it.
Right?
The original Roger Corman one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it.
It was like a geek thing that you heard about and you didn't know if it was real, and it turned out to be real.
It's not good.
It's not good. I think you could have found it at conventions at Comic Cons. People had bootleg VHS.
I know. I just watched it illegally on. You could find it on illegal downloads everywhere.
Yeah.
But it cost $1 million, and I'll say that it looks like it cost at least $3 million, which I'll give them that.
Good. It is bad.
The people that were in the movie tried. The guy who plays Dr. Groom is overacting like a lot.
Yeah.
But and it's kind of laughable, but at the same time, it's somewhat comic accurate, the costumes.
Yeah. I mean, it was 92.
The Thing is comic accurate, like to a degree to what the money could afford. So they tried. But this was never intended to be a real movie. They just put this out.
I feel bad for those people who thought that was a real movie when they were making it. I'd definitely check it out. It's a fun watch. So during the 90s also.
You've seen it, Imran?
I've seen it, and I've seen the documentary. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely check it out. It's a fun watch. Is that really what you're saying?
It's so bad it's good. It's part of history here.
All right.
Because also in the 90s, this guy joined partners with 20th Century Fox. they get distribution rights. And that helps him keep the rights to the Fantastic Four. So by 2005, you get the first Tim Story movie. Of course, that's the Ian Gruffle, Jessica Alba, Chris Evans, Michael Chiklis set. Doesn't do well. 2007, Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer. Also doesn't do well. But a lot of people grew up with these movies, and it's their childhood movies.
Well, did they do that poorly? What was their box office?
I don't know if doesn't do well is the way. I think it just they weren't very well received critically, but
yeah. Let's
just look up the box office real quick.
I think that the feeling was that they were kind of little light.
Yeah, Fox. It was made 333 million worldwide, 154 domestic for that one. For the first Fantastic Four released in theaters, and then Silver Surfer did 301 worldwide, 131. So yeah, a little light, but
yeah,
people did see them.
Consistent.
It wasn't the huge hits.
Yeah,
I think it's just the more critically, no one really liked them.
Then, in an effort to still keep the rights, in 2015, we get Fan-Fantastic, the Josh Trank one.
Which is actually worse than the other two.
Which is Miles Teller, Michael B. Jordan, Kate Mara, Jamie Bell. What did that one do, Anthony?
This one did 167 million worldwide, only 56 million.
Oh, Jesus. So, yeah, that one really
It's one of the worst movies you'll ever see.
Yes. And we have a whole episode about it. Go back in the feed. I think we did a great breakdown.
Did we reviewed it right after it came out?
Yes, we almost did like a what the fuck happened to this movie.
Immediately?
Yes, because that is a movie you could see in the middle where the studio steps in and they're like, hey, get the fuck out of here. We're going to finish this.
Yeah, Kate Mara is wearing 3 or 4 different wigs.
Like in the same scene sometimes.
Yeah.
So by March 2019, Walt Disney buys 21st Century Fox for billions of dollars. So then they get back the rights to Fantastic Four and X-Men, and at San Diego Comic-Con 2020. Feige confirmed this movie, Fantastic Four. We're coming to the MCU. And now, 2025, 39 years after selling the rights away, Marvel gets to make the first Fantastic Four movie. How they want to make it. It's kind of a crazy fucking story, these film rights. Rotten Tomatoes, this movie sitting at 87% tomato meter. Critic rating, 93%. Audience rating, very good numbers. This movie budget estimated $200 million. And so we have a great box office battle going on. What does it do? Opening weekend domestic, $118 million. Okay. Currently, worldwide, it's sitting at $218 million. You had another $100 million international. Now, that 118, best MCU opening since Deadpool and Wolverine. Is the same opening as Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. It's the biggest opening for a Fantastic Four movie. It's the biggest opening for all 4 of the leads in the movie, which we'll get to. It's only the 4th movie to crack $100 million on opening weekend this year. It's the 4th best opening domestic behind Lilo Stitch, Minecraft, and Superman. And I also found out it's rare for 2 movies to open to over $100 million in July. The last time that happened was 2022. So it does open less than Superman domestically, but it opens bigger than Superman internationally. I thought that was very interesting. And then the other thing I noticed, the audience tracking, they were saying fewer families were going to see this than Superman. But the fact that it opened less domestically than Superman, higher internationally than Superman, that is very interesting.
Also, I think the opening is pretty solid given that you already had in this month Jurassic World Rebirth and Superman come out. So
yes, the momentum kind of held.
There might have been some audience fatigue. So the fact that they're doing as well as they did, I think is good.
Right. And Superman now has crossed 500 million worldwide. I think Jurassic Park is like at 760 million or something, which is ridiculous. It's crazy. So they're still making money. Fantastic Four First Steps, directed by Matt Shakman of WandaVision. And from a screenplay by Josh Friedman, Eric Pearson, and the team of Jeff Kaplan, Ian Springer. I will note, there's 4 writers on this movie. Okay, just for what it's worth. 4 writers on the movie. Starring, of course, Pedro Pascal, who is in every motherfucking thing. As Reed Richards, Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, Eben Moss-Bacharach as Ben Grimm, the Thing, Joseph Quinn, Johnny Storm. You have Ralph Ineson playing Galactus, Julia Garner playing Shala Bal, Silver Surfer, Natasha Lyonne. I love Natasha Lyonne. Rachel Rosman, Paul Walter Hauser as Harvey the Mole Man, Elder. You have Sarah Niles as Lynn Nichols, their kind of chief of staff. Mark Gaddis playing TV show host Ted Gilbert. And Matthew Wood as the voice of Herbie. Matthew Wood also provided the voice for General Grievous in the Star Wars over there. And that's mainly your main cast there. Anthony.
Yes.
What happens in this? What is this? PG-13, 1 hour, 53. Nice runtime. 1 hour, 55. Sorry. Fantastic Four First Steps. What happens?
Well, this is set in an alternate Earth, apparently Earth 828 in 1964. And you're dropped right into it. Fantastic Four have been around for a few years now. They're the main heroes of this universe. And while they've been heroing around, what suddenly appears is the Herald of Galactus, Silver Surfer, who says the Earth is been deemed to be consumed by Galactus. So the Fantastic Four have to figure out how to save their world while also dealing with the fact that they are having a child.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, nice and straightforward. The repo man for Earth shows up. I'm taking your truck, bitch. Not quite like that. But Anthony, this is great. You didn't do an instant reaction. You were busy. You were traveling, going to San Diego. So I am dying to find out. Let's start with you. Overall thoughts. The movie ended. How are you feeling? What do you think?
Well, first off, I did see this on the Thursday. I saw it at 10 o'clock showing at an AMC in San Diego, same theater that we saw Deadpool Wolverine.
Packed, I assume.
Pretty packed audience. Reminded me why I'm now in Alaho, because two things. One, overall, like very enthusiastic crowd. One, the theater did not have the AC on.
Oh, no.
So it had to have been 90% humidity.
Wow.
It was freaking hot.
Wow. That's
sweaty balls.
Sweaty balls.
Two, I did get to see Lensations. That's not a drawback.
My balls was hot.
Yeah, my balls were very hot. I had to get a Red Bull because it was a 10 o'clock showing, which meant it was midnight normally where I would see it, and I was very tired, and I just traveled that day. But anyways, a second thing, 2 rows in front of us was this guy who was either mentally handicapped or on drugs.
Oh, man.
Because throughout the movie, he would just stand up and like stretch and like it looked like he was having an awakening throughout each of these scenes where he would look up and start like standing on his toes.
Okay.
And then would sit down.
Wow.
And we called security on him a couple times, but they didn't catch him in the moment while they're in the movie.
Wow.
But then at one point, about halfway through the movie, he left and never came back.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, I don't understand why the people behind him didn't
say anything.
Didn't go to security. But yeah.
How did you report this dude? You got up
He
and
was
left?
doing it during the previews. And my buddy went up and said something. Security looked at him, and then they were like, "Hey man, you good?" And then he sat down, and then he did it again. So I went over to be like, "Hey, there's at least multiple people reporting him." I was like, "Hey, this guy looks like he's on drugs. Something's going on." Security then came by, told him to sit down, and he sat down for a while. But probably then 20 to 30 minutes into the movie, he started doing it again. And he was fucked up.
Was it during moments in the movie or just randomly?
It seemed to be pretty random.
Okay, that's weird.
So there was that. Luckily, he wasn't in my direct line of vision.
Okay, so a little
distracting. Just annoying. It was like, dude, what the fuck?
Sure. I hate that.
Sure.
Yeah.
So this is why I go to the Alamo now.
Yeah.
The 2 times I've had to see movies for the podcast, I've dealt with people that I didn't want to be around.
Yes, people are fucking crazy out there in the
That's
theater.
every time I go to the theater.
Apparently for Ruggs, it's every time. Yes.
Well, Ruggs is holding hands with the guy with his shirt off crying during, what was that, Thunderbolts?
Yeah. Crying a lot.
Elena.
What did I think of the movie? Despite all of that, I had a good time with the movie. I thought it was pretty well made. I thought the production design was really well done. You got transported to a new universe. I think Matt Shackman is a really good director in terms of creating an environment where you get lost in the environment. He did WandaVision where you get lost in those TV shows. Now he's doing this. I think he's good at that. Overall, I liked the movie. I thought it was a very solid entry from the movie. I liked that it was really focused.
Yeah.
Ruggs said this on his instant reaction, and it was exactly what I was thinking. I don't want to compare this too much to Superman.
Yeah.
But inevitably you're going to. And Superman, while I liked it, was so scatterbrained and so fast.
Yeah.
And this movie was like, let's boil it down to two things.
Right.
A family dealing with a child, the world being threatened.
Cosmic threat.
How did and then the child being directly tied to the world threat. Let's just focus on this. That's all we're doing. Right?
Yeah.
So I like that it was really focused. I thought it was really well made. I liked my buddy Rex, who was there. He thought this was awesome because it really hit for him the setup of having like to sacrifice a child. And, you know, would you sacrifice your child to save the world? And they were like, no, you know, but we'll still save. We're not going to turn our back on the world either, right? Like dealing with all that. I thought the family dynamics were really well done. I don't have a ton of like to complain about in the movie. The only thing I would say is I do struggle with. Like, I thought everyone did well in their role. I don't know that I'm sold, maybe because Pedro Pascal is just overexposed.
You've seen him in 12 movies this year already.
And TV shows. Yeah. I don't know that I'm sold on him as Reed. Yeah. I don't know if it's the best role that utilizes what he can do. Mm-hmm. But I thought everyone else was great. I thought Sue Storm as Vanessa Kirby was really well done. So, overall, I thought this was a really well-made Marvel movie, and I think they're two for two now in terms of the last two, right?
Yeah.
Brave New World sucked.
Yeah.
No one likes that really. But these last two, I think they did really well. And if they can keep this kind of momentum where they're making just really good self-contained stories, but then also teasing things at the end, like they might be onto something. I don't know if they're going to get to the heights they used to get to, but I like that this movie, you didn't have to do a ton of research. Anyone could watch this. Anyone could pick it up.
You don't have to know nothing.
Very straightforward story, well done. And they, you know, Galactus was done well and everything. So, that's my opening thoughts.
Nice. Ruggs, theater experience, opening thoughts.
So, unlike Superman, I went to God damn it, what time did I go? I went to like a 6:45 showing. And full.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Not only full.
It makes a difference.
But I don't think it was 100% full because there was a group of about 10 kids that you could tell did not have tickets because they were looking for when you know you got your ticket, you know your seat.
Yeah, you know exactly
where
you
go right to your seat. You don't look around.
Yeah. These
motherfuckers were you're sneaking out of another movie, coming in this one. And I'm like, all right, you fucks, like someone's going to come and you're in there going to be in their seat. And you're going to have to get up. It's all going to unfold in front of me trying to watch this movie. And that's exactly what happened. And I knew it.
Son of a bitch.
And I was like, fuck you. And then they went and tried to find another seat. I'm like, no, don't let them sit there. They just got caught. You fucks. There's about 10 of them. And I just wanted them all to die. I wish I had an Uzi. I would have just destroyed them. But anyway, hey, maybe they, you know, who knows why they're kids. I used to do the same shit. Not with 10 kids. Always went solo. Anyway, what the fuck? So the movie happened. I saw it on a nice big screen, not an IMAX though. I wish I would have paid for, but IMAX was sold out.
Okay.
So it was hard to find a ticket to this movie, but granted, I bought the ticket on like the day before. So I go sit down, watch the movie. And for the first time in a long time, I was smiling during a Marvel movie.
Wow.
For the first time in a long time, I was like, oh, this is a director that actually fucking has a vision and is directing moments that are culminating and paying off. And so I actually like it. Do I think it's a perfect movie? No, I actually like this movie, though. I think that there is, even though I like that it's got a short runtime, I think it could have used maybe another 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. You know, I think it rushes through some things real quickly. But I think overall, everybody performed well. Everybody did their job well. It was comic accurate Galactus. That's always good. The retro futuristic tone, the alternate universe, all of these decisions that they made sense because it's an alternate universe. It's a different timeline. Things are different. Shala Bal instead of Norrin Rad. All those things kind of can make sense in this universe. Yeah. And so I think all of that was brilliant. everything looked pretty good, except for the baby. The baby was the biggest CGI mess.
It's like Squid Game 3. There's problem with these CG babies.
CG baby? Just there's real babies.
Just
you can get a real baby.
Yeah, but the thing holding the baby is a CGI rock man. Like that's where it gets a little dicey. You know?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, I liked it. I thought it was good.
Wow, timestamp this shit. Jesus,
I felt like now. Is it perfect? No, but the thing that I appreciated is that they built all of these moments. They put enough time so when things pay off, they pay off well.
Yeah.
Shala Bal could have been developed better.
Mm-hmm.
So she paid off better when she does her turn against Galactus.
Yeah.
Spoilers, everybody.
Yeah.
So, but you know that if you read Silver Surfer, that's what Silver Surfer does.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just, certain things could have been built a little bit better, but other than that, I feel like it worked. It worked as a film.
Yeah.
I didn't come out of it going, like maybe Sue Storm is a little overpowered in this movie, but at least she's exerting all of her strength to save her child.
Yeah.
So I could make that leap. So you see all of these things where they're stretching things, they at least there's a reason there's something you can give of yourself. You can give that little extra inch so you can let it slide or let yourself enjoy it.
There's verisimilitude.
Yeah, I think that's important. And there wasn't the kind of Marvel humor that they usually have that's forced.
Very toned down.
They had it. So there was comic relief and there was cute stuff, but it was never at the expense of the story. It was always in service of the story.
Yeah.
So they didn't undercut any of their dramatic moments with comedy. They didn't have like a snark, everybody be snarky. Reed Richards was almost an autistic level guy.
Yeah.
He was like, I think even at one point, Sue Storm is like, the way you act hurts me or something.
Yeah,
I don't mean
that's a great
to.
conversation they have, and where he just
so he's like, he can't help himself. This is just who he is.
Yep.
So yeah, Pedro Pascal may be miscast a little bit, but he did the best he could.
Yeah,
I think. And I wanted to not like this movie. I wanted to be like, I hate Marvel because Marvel's been a big disappointment, and I feel like that they could never make a movie that wasn't, and they even did it in this movie where they did the gender swap and they swapped out Nora and Red. But I think at least they did it for so they gave Johnny Storm someone to be obsessed with.
Yeah.
And gave him played up that angle. I think Mole Man didn't get enough set up. That would have been a little bit better if they set Mole Man up a little bit better. That would have paid off a lot.
There was a lot of things that were cut out of the beginning.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot cut out of this movie, but I think overall it works well. The one thing that really bugged me, and I know that you're gonna think I'm an asshole for even mentioning this, but I heard someone say or read it on Twitter comparing what's the name of the girl who plays Susan Storm?
Vanessa Kirby.
Vanessa Kirby as Benedict Cumberbatch with blonde hair.
Oh no!
And I couldn't unsee that the whole time.
It's not true, is it? Maybe
I don't know.
I don't want to look.
I know. I can kind of see it.
Don't ruin Vanessa Kirby for me, fuckers.
So yeah, I know he ruined Vanessa Kirby for me, but I think she did a great job. Absolutely fantastic.
Wow. Ruggs liked the Marvel movie, Anthony. Did we hear that? Everybody heard that, right?
It.
I did like it.
This is a momentous.
Look, it's like it's not perfect, and it could have been. It could have had some more ballsy stuff.
Sure.
The stuff that happens around the black hole makes no sense. Like,
kind of.
Yeah,
but I mean, pretty soon we're going to get Ruggs saying Marvel is back.
Oh, we'll talk about that. That's the big question. So I saw this movie twice.
Whoa.
Yeah, Thursday night in IMAX, 9:15. Full theater, great time. The jokes were hitting.
Where'd you go?
AMC Village Crossing.
Okay.
And a big applause at the end, like bigger than Superman when I saw the Superman.
Yeah, there was applause here. Yeah, absolutely.
Big applause break. People are loving it. And then the second time, I think I was really high. I don't know why I did this. I saw it in 3D just for shits and giggles. I was like, let me go see this in 3D. Not a lot of people in that theater, but I wanted to see the Avatar trailer in 3D, and that was stunning. And the 3D was fun. as you can see how there's moments where 3D can be fun. But I really, again, like you guys, I had a big smile on my face the whole time. Thoroughly enjoyed this. Had the same kind of buzz after watching Superman as this, but all the things you said, I appreciated this being simple, straightforward story, like a Fantastic Four comic book run. The production design is phenomenal. That's the smartest thing they could do, is set the whole thing on Earth 828. And we were all wrong, because Earth wasn't going to make it out of here alive, and it does. And I'm grateful because I want to see more of this world. It's fantastic. I love the music, the theme. I've been listening to it on Spotify, and it's just like perfect. It matches the movie as much as Danny Elfman themes matches Batman, or the John Williams Superman, or the Hans Zimmer Wonder Woman. I would put this up there with it. It's, you hear it and you get it, and it fits the movie so good. And I love the cast. I actually thought Pedro Pascal, I was like, God damn, this motherfucker can play anything. This guy always pull it off. Like, I bought it. The Thing was a highlight for me. I thought he was hilarious. Eben Moss-Baccarat, I thought, played kind of a great low-key thing. Like, he underplayed it, but the visual effects, the detail, the expression in his face was fantastic. Galactus was just fucking awesome to see this on screen, practically. And I love it. It's a little bit.
Well, I wouldn't say he was practical. Come on.
Well, no, they put him in a suit and shot him kind of like a Godzilla movie with miniatures, and shot him with cameras to insert him in. So he was there in that suit. You can tell that when he's walking, that one shot, that's miniatures. So it's a little Interstellar. It's a little Godzilla. And the heart, I thought the heart was there, and the humor worked and it wasn't overbearing. I don't know. I don't really have a lot of criticisms also. Maybe it could have been a little bit longer.
There's some silly shit in there, but I think that the movie does enough that you want to let it slide. Like, moving the Earth to another that's a terrible idea.
But also, all these ideas he was having, none of them really worked, right? They were all getting
they never did
up.
it. But if they would have the Earth would be fucking done. You know, there's no way. It's such an exact thing that the Earth is even allowed to survive in the environment that it's in right now.
Right.
Putting it somewhere else is else.
But don't you need another transporter to zip it? I didn't understand how it's going to reappear, because when it did the egg, there's two transporters, right? Two machines. Where's the other machine on the other side?
Yeah,
whatever.
Don't think about that.
Doesn't matter.
Stop thinking.
Doesn't matter. But I do love how the plans didn't work, and Galactus wasn't dumb. He was smart enough to just not step into the trap. I was like, damn, that's pretty good. But I loved that everybody had something to do. They were all useful. I think Shala Bell, her first introduction is fantastic. Just those lines, which is like, are you
using the word fantastic on purpose?
I don't mean to, but it's gonna happen.
I did it too, but I did it on purpose.
I thought she did a great job, and maybe we could have used a little bit more. They do give you backstory. She is from Zenla. They toned down Johnny's kind of womanizing to make him actually smart, and he figures out something important. It's
that
great.
I don't get either. That whole thing that he figured out the language, I don't buy that for a second.
It's just as crazy as Jimmy Olsen being a fucking ladies guy. Here's the thing: there are so many similar things in this with Superman that I was kind of wild.
There's a black hole.
There's a black hole.
There's a time jump. We drop in the middle.
Drop him right in media res. There is a recorded alien message. The public turns on them at one point, and it goes on and on. It's kind of wild.
Well, the public turning on them is also, I wouldn't say it's completely dumb, but Reed doesn't have to tell the world that.
So that moment was
Reed doesn't have to tell the world that he didn't give up the child. He could have just said we didn't win.
I mean, I get it. They went through this huge thing, and he's there, and they put the cameras on him. But you fucking blurt out, by the way, he wanted the baby. We said no. What do you think is going to happen, bro? That he's stupid. He's the smartest man in the world. But I was like, why did you just blurt that out?
So if you want to look at a lot of these things, there are some fucking things that don't quite work.
This public turning back is a little more organic even than Superman, because that whole speech Sue gives with the baby is fantastic, and she gets them back on their side. I thought that was good. I like that Sue has a lot more to do. Yeah.
But she's also, it's not like, and the Critical Drinker said this, and I agree, it's not at the expense of anyone else. So she just gets more to do, but it's not like, hey, she's the best. It's more just, hey, she's the only one that's the mom in this situation. And she's also got, a thing to say that will also convince the world that, hey, like you would get it if you were in my position, but also we're not going to abandon you just because I'm having this
I
child.
love that line where
Right.
she's like, I'm not going to sacrifice my baby for this planet, but I'm also not going to sacrifice this planet for my baby. It's like, oh,
Right.
fuck, that's
But that's look. So that's where the James Gunn movie doesn't do that. Like, first of all, they give you a real reason to hate or turn on the Fantastic Four, which is
yeah,
that they chose the baby over everybody else.
Yeah.
Right.
In Superman, they just find out that his dad made a recording that has nothing to do with Superman, really. Like, they just make that decision.
They turn on him pretty quickly.
Then the way that it happens, it builds over days where like you feel like the pressure. They're at the Baxter building and they're like protesting on the bottom of it and they're like listening to it and she feels like she has to go down and say something. She can't take it anymore. So they build those moments because they take their fucking time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and some people might say this movie's slow, but would you rather have a fast movie that doesn't really work or a movie that moves a little slower where the things actually pay off?
Well, I think the biggest criticism I would have of this movie, besides the Pedro Pascal thing, and like we can debate that, but I think the biggest criticism, which is actually a good criticism, it's the fact that you guys have both said, hey, maybe this movie just needed be a little longer.
Yeah.
Like, that's a good criticism. That means, hey, we were liking what we were seeing on screen.
Yeah.
We just wanted a little bit more maybe of Shia LaBeouf, or maybe we wanted a little bit more of, Galactus's origin or something like that, right?
Sure.
Like, these are things where the movie has done a really good job and is really tight. And for the most part, it doesn't waste very much time. It is slower, right? But I think it's very focused. Whereas when we compare it to Superman, I think Superman sometimes we wanted to focus on the main characters, and those were the best parts. But then it would jump to monkeys on a computer, right? So I don't want to compare both, but it is inevitable because both were released at the same time, and they have kind of this. They have a similar setup in terms of throwing you into the story.
It is crazy that there are really only two big action scenes in the movie, but they're both pretty stunning. And the stuff in the middle, they all feel earned. The stuff in the middle works. Let me ask you this. Did we get enough from the main four character-wise, did you think, or did that need a little bit more?
I feel like that, the Thing didn't really have a moment. I think that he had them talk to the girl or whatever. But as a character, that's all they really gave him to do.
I agree. I think that of the four, the Thing actually probably got shafted the most because you do have the tease of who he's going for.
Right.
But it is kind of a tough position to put the Thing in because you're dealing with Galactus.
Right.
What is the Thing really going to do?
Yeah.
He doesn't have a role to play in any of it. He's not the smartest guy in the room.
Yeah.
He can't fly.
Yeah. The only powers that like stretching is not going to do anything. And that's why they smartly made it about his intellect.
Exactly.
And not
pivoted
about
to that.
Even when they did show him like stretching, like it was like a Spider-Man thing. Like it kind of worked. It wasn't super goofy looking.
But they really focused on how neurotic he is about solving problems.
Yeah. And his line is great where he's like, I have to think of the worst thing possible to deal with it. I can't help it. That's just who I am. That conversation's great. And then when he's with the baby, and I know a lot of dads connected with this, so he's like, I don't want you to be like me. I know dads always want their son to be like you, like their father, but I got stuff wrong with me. Maybe you're better. The baby was crazy. I did not think it was going to be that important, and then that was going to be.
Well, I mean, if you do follow the comics, Franklin Richards is very important.
Yes, Franklin.
How do you like the childbirth in space? Well, like as it's happening,
so
I mean,
let's talk about that whole sequence. That's my favorite part of the movie. I think is them going. It was just a lot of fun. It was crazy. And it was
the
exciting.
Baby part or the
whole thing from when they go to meet Galactus and then they got to run and
would you rather have a baby on a spaceship or in the middle of a Squid Games tag game?
Both very awkward places to have a baby, that's for sure. Both no placenta floating in the air. I didn't see, but Ben was quick with the scissors to snip the umbilical cord.
He could hold the scissors fine.
Even before that thing she does where she's like, oh, you want to see the baby? Look, I'll just show you. And then just makes her belly invisible. I was like, wow, that's really cool. I didn't even think about that. She can do that. This is wild. But that whole sequence of them running And then in the time warp and the lasers are bending and spinning and Johnny's got to figure out. And then when Sue is like, kill her, Johnny, she's trying to take your nephew. I was like, damn, she's not fucking around.
No, it was a good scene. I don't have the hyperbole. Like I didn't think they were fantastic, pun intended. I thought they were both really solid scenes and I was really engaged with both of them. Not because of what they were showing on screen being all that crazy, but the character work they do to make you invested in what's happening. So what they're showing you is a chase scene in that, but you're invested because you know that you care about this family and that the family is not only the key to saving the earth, but that they want to take the baby. So they make it about the child and they take a thing where it's a world ending story, right?
Right.
Which we've seen dozens of times now in superhero movies.
Yeah.
But instead of it being just a world-ending story, it's about the villain wants to rip apart the baby from the family.
Yeah.
And they make it a family story. So now people with families, people with kids can immediately relate and go, I don't know shit about saving the world, but I know what I would do if my child was threatened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the important thing. It's not an action film. Mm-hmm. It's a movie that is more than an action film. It's kind of like an overall adventure film.
Yeah, it's a family adventure.
You can't measure it against an action movie because it's not like an action-packed film. That's why some people have heard some complaints that it's slow or it's boring or there's nothing really crazy going on. But yeah, like even the new Mission Impossible, which is all about action, still only had 2 major scenes, right?
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you could also make that comparison. But I feel like we've had so many movies where the end of the world is coming. But this is the only one in the recent like couple years that made it feel like you cared.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big deal. Like if you can do that in a movie, make people care, I think it helps a lot to endear yourself to the movie and be willing to put up with things that don't make sense and give it that extra. So it does it.
I feel like this movie is less wacky and has higher stakes than Superman, which is wild to say. If you told me out of Superman Fantastic Four, which movie's going to be wackier, I wouldn't have picked Superman.
I don't even think that's going on a limb. That's for sure. This movie is much less wacky.
Yeah.
Which is, you're right. When you think about the main character is a guy that stretches.
Right. You would think this movie would be wacky.
And you've got a running joke in this is the Thing having a beard, a rock beard.
I love his beard. I thought it looked great. And the little shot of him like using the grinder to fucking shape it off is fantastic. Lots of fun. I thought the beard looked good. He's like, oh, thank you. I think it looks good. I mean, him and Johnny's banter I thought was fantastic. They had great chemistry. Even though I don't know if he was there in a mocap suit.
We should spend a little time, just real quick, a minute or two here. What did you guys have talked about it a little bit, but what did you think of the way we handle Johnny? Because he's he's still womanizer, but he's much smarter than he's been portrayed in live action.
See, I liked it. I liked that he was self-aware in that line where he's like, I don't know, Johnny loves space, Johnny loves women, and now there's a crazy naked space woman, and Johnny's obsessed. It's really funny, but I was glad that he was smart, and he's like, I'm going to figure out this language. The little connection he has with her, I thought really worked, because you could tell she's trying to warn these fucking planets ahead of time. She doesn't want this to happen.
I feel like I would have believed it more if Herbie was involved.
Oh, if he helped translate?
Yeah.
We had to build the crib.
They wanted so bad to give him that moment.
Yeah.
Even though it's implausible that Johnny Storm would be able to figure that out.
It's a different Johnny Storm. It's a smart. I thought Joe Quinn did a good job.
Yeah.
I do think it stretches the bounds of believability of what we know about Johnny Storm. If you have any interest in comics and follow him.
Right.
But I do think it was nice to see them try something with the character rather than just like making him the hot-headed, pun intended, womanizer of the group.
See, and you kind of have to update that, and they kind of did, right? It's weird now to do that for no reason.
Well, I don't think it's weird. I think it's just something we've already seen before.
And that's another thing. This whole plot has been done before without the baby,
right?
In another movie.
You're talking about Rise of Silver Surfer?
Yeah.
I mean, but that's the thing with Galactus is that's the story. Is he's gonna come and the Herald is gonna come warn you, and you gotta fight him off. There's
but that's a crazy thing for Marvel to do. They're like, hey, we're going to make a brand new Fantastic Four movie, but we're going to do the exact story that of another movie that came out a few years ago.
I mean, I was,
and it works.
It works, and I was impressed that they were able to give you this standalone movie. Like we haven't seen the likes of this since I can't even remember, like a Iron Man or Captain America: First Avenger, where it's just this story. And they really weren't setting anything up except for the post-credit scene, which we'll get into. But
this is the way to really, if they're gonna, if they keep making these movies, which they will, this seems to me to be somewhat the formula. I mean, Thunderbolts worked well for me too. You have to do some research, right?
Yeah.
But when you actually watch that movie and this one too, they're very self-contained stories.
Yeah.
It's the post-credit scene is where they can connect it to other things, and that's fine. I think that's what you need to do. Is you need to focus on the story of the movie you have first. You can do all the connections in the post credit scenes because that's where it's appropriate, but you got to make sure you make a good movie. And I think as we're all talking about, I think they made a really solid film.
Also, including Superman. Like, when's the last time we had 3 really good superhero movies come out back to back? I can't remember the last time that's happened. So things are changing. Things are getting colorful, but they are. This is a course correction in the right way. And I was really happy. A lot of the choices. What else? What do we think of the beginning? Kind of, the other criticism is some people have said rushing through the origin kind of.
Yeah, I heard that people didn't understand what the powers were. Like they were like, she's the invisible woman, but why can she make force fields?
With the force fields, right?
What is that?
Yeah.
They didn't understand the stretchy powers because they didn't really make that a thing until the end of the movie.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of like not getting what the powers were.
So they had John Malkovich, remember, was in the first trailer. He was going to play Red Ghost. He got cut. The beginning was going to be a scene with Red Ghost and those apes trying to steal the rocket, and Reed fights them off or whatever. So they just cut all that together into that quick montage. But I thought using the TV show was really smart as a platform to get that done and establish it right away. The music kicks in. Everyone's saying thank you, Fantastic Four, and like it gets you. Like I love that. I thought the beginning was great.
Yeah, I didn't have an issue with it. I mean, you're talking to someone that's knows the origin, seen these movies. I don't need that. I don't need to be told that, and I also don't think the audience needs to be spoon fed every time what the origin is.
It's not as ubiquitous as like a Superman origin or Spider-Man origin, like that everybody would know. I get that, but I thought they did a good job. You figure it out. You're like, oh, that's what they fucking do.
Yeah, they went to space. They got powers. They protect the Earth. They got 4, and they got their and then they have 4 distinct powers.
What you didn't like about the black hole thing, Ruggs? Made perfect sense. They tricked her.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah, it's a black hole. They tricked her and then they slingshot it.
The time dilation.
Yeah, she got stuck there for a little bit, bought her some time.
Yeah, but they were also in the same spot, so they would have also been dilated in time.
So some of the timing, is kind of weird. Like, I'm not exactly sure how much time passes between certain things in this movie, but because the baby's still a baby, but
like they could have been time dilated like for years. That's how usually the black hole works.
Well, according
Star
to
Trek, anyway.
Interstellar, yes, that's like the Interstellar. But the fact that Reed has this like FTL drive and he's got all these things and he can make all these things is a lot of fun. So he doesn't want to make the baby's crib. Hilarious. So at the end, again, let's talk about these plans. I love that the plans don't work. I said, oh shit, out loud when they were firing up all the transporters and it was working. And then you just see him start blowing up. I was like, oh shit. I should have seen fucking Shia LaBeouf coming. Didn't see that coming. And then
how long did it take them to make those things?
I don't know, but the whole world was involved.
Yeah, the whole world. The Fantastic Four has the Future Foundation, which has united the world.
Yeah, that was nice they put that in there. Oh, let's mention you get the shots of the Latvian person, not at any of these meetings. It's always empty, right? So talk about that. I like that little tease there. But then they're like, all right, well, if we can't move the planet, let's zap Galactus. We got to get him off the ship. We're going to use the baby as bait and the fact that this is Sue's idea. Like you saw Reed wanted to say it, but he's like, no, we can't do this. And fucking Sue's the one That's like, we got to use Franklin as bait. That was great because you would not think Sue would be the one to agree to this plan.
Yeah, they didn't. They tried to test him for powers and they couldn't find it.
And he's like,
Galactus is like, he's hiding it from you.
He hides his real set. I was like, holy shit, that's crazy. Bro, I love all the Galactus scenes. His voice is perfect. The way he moved, he jumps off the fucking ship and sends like a tidal wave.
Clever bugs.
Oh, it's so great. He's about to step on the line and he stops and he's like, I'm not that dumb. And he scans. The baby's over there now. And fucking gets the fucking baby too, which is wild. Like, the baby is in Galactus'
He's got to have the most gentle hands ever to grab the baby by his hands.
What did you think about when he was stretching Reed? Like, isn't Reed supposed to be able to stretch even more than that? Not feel any pain?
I mean, you've got Galactus stretching around and running.
It is Galactus. And his clothes
He's got a world eater stretching him.
He's about to rip him in half. But Sue's sacrifice and her show of force, very impressive. And she can be that strong, I think, in the comics. But she does, she kills herself. She ends up exerting everything she has. And you get Silver Surfer doing the last bit to save him. And
so that death, though, it doesn't really pay off because you feel like they do this whole thing and nobody dies. So she kind of fake dies.
So I thought, I thought first, I was like, they're going to let fucking Sue die. They're actually going to kill her. I would have been.
No.
I would have been. That would have been
knew
ballsy.
right away that she wasn't going to die. And that was their way of showing Franklin's powers.
Right. And then I'm like, the baby. So after I was like, they're not going to kill it. They're going to kill it. And then I'm like, oh, fuck the baby. And of course, the baby reaches out. You can't train a baby to do this, which is why it needs to be CG. It's got to reach out and do shit.
And Ron's really doing the work.
I mean, how are you going to get the baby to do? I don't know. They could have used the real baby. I don't know. But the baby fucking brings her back to life. Wild. A pretty fun moment. And then, it ends with them back on the TV show, except this time their alerts go off and they got to run down the hallway. And then I did love the bit where they couldn't get the baby seat in the car.
Oh, yeah.
Very, very relatable.
That was really long, too.
Very relatable.
I did find that funny.
So at the end, really, Galactus isn't dead. He's gone. And
you've got to imagine he went to our universe or the main Marvel cinematic.
Well, does that thing transport people between universes or just in the same universe? We don't know.
Well, where was it? What was Reed's plan? He was going to transport the Earth to another star or another universe?
Yes, to like somewhere a billion miles away where Galactus would take million of years for him to find them. Or something.
The logic on that, to get transported to another Earth, you would.
He said he found a similar star.
There's nothing ever going to be the same. So you'd be rolling the dice with how far you have to be from the sun, and
I mean,
I guess I shouldn't think about it.
I mean, you can't think about it because if you're pulling this planet that's moving at how many hundreds of miles an hour or whatever out of orbit into another sun's orbit, that's not going to work.
I'm just thinking, if you can do that, you can pretty much do anything to Galactus.
Right?
You can move a fucking whole planet. You can move a thing the size of a building.
Well, look, at the end, 828 is saved. The Fantastic Four are still there, and they fly off to the next adventure. And then we get this amazing post-credits.
No one thinks to make a big weapon to, shoot him with it. Nothing.
Shoot Galactus?
Yeah.
I mean, Sue just
make him go explodey.
Pushed him back. I did like when he was, opening the portals on the back, and that kind of hurt him, and his, fluid was coming out or whatever that was. That was a good idea. But Galactus took them all out, and it had to be Sue. Anyways, post-credit scene, 4 years later, Franklin's little child, and Sue walks away to get a book and comes back, and there's a dude in a green cloak holding a mask, talking to fucking Franklin. Geek boner. Shit. Apparently, Matt Shackman maybe has confirmed this. I watched the video, and it was a weird confirm that is indeed Robert Downey Jr. But you don't see his face, so it could be anybody. So my question was, this is a Doctor Doom. Which Doctor Doom is this? What do you guys think?
Oh, it's got to be Robert Downey Jr.
So the Doctor Doom we're going to meet is from this universe, or maybe he came to this universe. But
I think he's from this universe. I think that's the whole point of the alternate reality or alternate universe.
And then it makes so much sense that he wants Franklin, who can create reality and universe as his will, use him like in the comics. He uses Molecule Man to recreate reality. Maybe Franklin himself can do it. Maybe he needs a couple of other people. But I thought this worked, and it perfectly teased what's to come.
Yeah, no, it's a good button, right? That's exactly where they're built. Similar to in Thunderbolts, where it built to the next movie. This one's building to the next movie.
Oh, let's talk about that, because we saw in Thunderbolts, we saw the ship in their universe. I think we all thought that was going to happen in this movie. Does not happen.
No.
In this movie, that is yet to be decided what's going on there. But, Ruggs, what'd you think of that one? And then the second post-credit scene was, did anybody wait for that? It was just a...
I did, but we don't need to talk about it.
Yeah. What do I think about Dr. Doom being in it?
Yeah. Did your audience pop? Like, my theater went crazy at that post-credit.
Yeah, everybody was freaking out.
That was great.
It was a moment. It's definitely Robert Downey Jr., and I don't know what his deal is. I have this theory in my head that maybe Howard Stark got down with some Lardavarian chick, and she had a very much looking like Tony Stark child.
Yeah,
that hates America because his dad's a dick and didn't raise him, and he became a maniacal genius. So there you go.
Yeah,
it's my theory.
Yeah. All right.
Will I be right? That's the question.
Any other comments? Let's give it a score. Final thoughts. I do have some ranking categories after we give our scores. Anthony.
Final thoughts? Are you saying?
Yeah.
Final thoughts? Yeah. I mean, listen, this is a very solid movie. Like I've said a few times now, I don't have a lot of criticisms of it. I think the choices they made throughout with setting it where they set it, how they paced it, what they focused on, the set design, like all that stuff showed that this director and Marvel overall had a vision for this movie and they executed on it. They didn't worry about tying this into anything. They just said, let's make a good story about a family. And, we've done a lot of found family type stuff, but we've never actually had a superhero family story, and we focused on this, and we decided to tie in the fact that this family is having a child, and this child is directly connected to the villain of the story. So all those things were really good. I wasn't, let's say, blown away, but I was just pleasantly surprised that this is another good Marvel film. And I think my rating on this movie would be a 7.5 out of 10.
Oh, interesting. Okay, Ruggs. Final thoughts. Give me a number.
I'll echo all the things that Anthony said. It's not a perfect film. It's got some wacky stuff, which we've talked about. Human Torch figuring out the language, the whole idea of transporting the Earth and all that stuff, all kind of wacky stuff that didn't kind of make any sense. But you go along with it because everything else is working really well. And even though it's not an action-packed film and it moves at its pace, I think that all that stuff builds to great moments that actually pay off, and you actually feel like you're involved. You feel like you have some skin in the game when you're watching this. You feel like you want them to win. And it works. Yeah. It works like a movie should. Now, that's like a low bar that Marvel has not been able to do.
Yes.
Right.
I mean, we're giving high marks for things that every movie should do when they have $200 million invested in them and the weight of a company like Disney behind it. But now we're kind of like patting them on the back for just making a good movie. It's a good movie. Yeah. I liked it. I'm going to give it a 7.5 as well.
Okay. Yeah. No, I had a great time. It is kind of crazy where this is the first like regular like nuclear family that's in a Marvel movie, and I think that's kind of what makes it like fresh in a weird way. I found it very fresh and different, and this world was amazing to dive into. Everybody did a great job. Similar, I have very nitpicky things, but I just had a good time. It was satisfying. It's a complete, story, self-contained, very satisfying. I'm gonna give this I want to give it an 8. I'm gonna give it an 8. Now, here's some ranking categories. The first one I think is very easy. Can we all agree that this is the best Fantastic Four movie out of all the Fantastic Four movies, right? It's a low bar. But they went
very low bar.
They went above, just clearing that bar, I would say. I loved all the Easter eggs and the cameos and stuff, and you can look all that up. I was going to mention it. Whatever. Ruggs, you said something interesting about what you felt about this movie, so I thought we could do a how do you feel this movie post Endgame? There's been 14 movies since Endgame. So I won't read them all. I got a list here, but we have such heavy hitters in here as Spider-Man No Way Home, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Deadpool and Wolverine. But then you got clunkers in here like the Marvels, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. You also have Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Give me this ranking. Who wants to go first? Where do you think it lands here?
Oh, I think it's the best movie since Endgame.
See, wow, holy shit! That's why I brought this up.
Yeah,
the best since Endgame. Okay,
yeah.
Look,
I think No Way Home is like No Way Home because think about it. There's all of these gimmicks. Like No Way Home is a gimmick.
Yes.
I don't know.
Wolverine gimmick.
Even Thunderbolts is kind of gimmicky, but Marvel's terrible movie. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 okay. Thor Love, everything else is terrible. Yeah. So I think it's the best since Endgame.
Anthony, what are some of the best of these post Endgame to you?
Post Endgame, so I have my list here. Post Endgame, I'll read you where I have everything. No Way Home is still my favorite.
Okay.
Because of the experience. I would, if you want to grade it on a movie, Fantastic Four is better, and I wouldn't argue that.
Yeah.
So I have it as No Way Home, Guardians 3, Deadpool, Wolverine, Thunderbolts, and then I have Fantastic Four.
Oh,
next.
Interesting.
Yeah. But I have
it is at the
I know
top.
you're gonna ask this, so I'll just spoil it now.
Okay.
Fantastic Four of the 37 films, I have it 14th.
Oh wow. Okay.
So it's by Thunderbolts, Captain America vs. Avengers, where I have it at.
Man, I didn't really think about that, but that seems right. I was like, does it crack top 15? I think so. And I was like, I don't know about top 10. But look, out of the post-Endgame for me, I'll completely admit, No Way Home, Deadpool, Wolverine, complete gimmicks, nostalgia bait, whatever. I love it. I think that it's a good time. And it was also for the theater experience. And then, geez, I think I would do the same. I would do Guardians, and then I would do Fantastic Four, and then Thunderbolts, maybe. But it is one of the better movies since post-Endgame. Absolutely. And I just hope they continue this direction. Okay, here's the big one. Last ranking category. The July 2025 movies. We had Jurassic World Rebirth, Superman, Fantastic Four. I feel like I can easily say who the number 3 one is for all of us. Can we agree on that?
Jurassic World.
Correct. Anthony?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Jurassic World.
Okay, now the big question. Anthony, you go first. Where do you put these first two? The other two.
Oh, easy for me. Fantastic Four and then Superman.
Okay. That didn't take you long to answer. Ruggs.
Yeah, it's easy. This one just felt like things paid off. Things felt better. Things made more sense. Yeah. It worked as a film, and it was about family. Vin Diesel notwithstanding. It was about family, a nuclear family, a father who loves his child, and you don't see that much in the movies.
They put Vin Diesel in this. It's a 10 out of 10.
Absolutely.
So for me, both movies are very, very even in my head. I think Superman had the better jokes. I think Fantastic Four maybe had the better production design, CGI. I did like the focused storytelling in Fantastic Four. So I think for me, it's going to edging out Superman just by a little bit is Fantastic Four I would put on top. But they're very close.
I don't think it's that close.
You don't think it's that close?
No, I'm sorry. I think Fantastic Four is a much better film than Superman.
Okay. I mean, I'm just thinking about how I felt like watching both movies, and it was very similar. I was just giddy and smiling.
When I was watching this movie, Imran, I was like, whoa, they're making a movie.
They're making a real movie.
When I watched James Gunn Superman, I was like, wow, this is like a really bad TV show.
Okay. Okay, I can see that.
Like,
yeah.
It just had the quality of it was just,
yeah.
It felt like I was watching Peacemaker.
Yeah, no, it is it is a Fantastic Four confident movie in the production and the tone. And even though there was 4 writers, you had Max Chapman said he wanted to do Stanley Kubrick meets Jack Kirby, and I think he pulled that off. I think he gave us that. So just the the vision with the music and the look and setting it, all these decisions. It is kind of like a singular vision with Kevin Feige's help and 4 writers. But
yeah, I mean, I don't think it's gonna be happening again for a while.
Yeah,
Marvel. I don't know. We'll see. What
they don't have a lot of movies coming out.
Yeah.
In the next 2 years, they only have 3 movies coming out.
So the next superhero movie we're gonna get won't be till next year, Supergirl, and then from Marvel, Spider-Man and Avengers.
My take on all of this
is gonna be get a break.
Is that Superman kind of didn't really give me a lot of confidence in the DC universe that's coming.
Okay. But
this gives me a glimmer of hope.
Whoa. Wow.
That is crazy.
When I listened to Ruggs on Patreon.
Yeah.
Plug for Patreon.
Yeah.
I was at the airport and I was eating in the food court and I went, what?
He spit his food
likes
out.
this movie?
Yeah, me too.
And now he's saying things and I'm going, whoa.
But I can see that. And I can almost agree with that. It's like, this got me really excited. Also,
I feel the same way for what it's worth.
Superman did get me excited for like where things are going, but man, so much shit happens in that movie.
You know what it is? It just felt like they cared a little bit more about this movie than the other movies that have come out.
Yes.
And they made sure that things worked.
Yeah.
And even the far-fetched shit and the stuff that's going to be hard to swallow when you watch this movie, I think they did enough that you'll give it a pass.
No, this is what they needed to do after getting the taste of the Bob Iger too much shit, a taste out of our mouth, and just make a solid good movie and show us that like we're back to making quality and focusing on things. And this is exactly what they needed to do, and they fucking pulled it off. One last thing, we did talk about the July 2025 box office battle. And the Jurassic World Rebirth is unfair, but I'm just going to do their 3-day. So coming in last is Rebirth with a $92 million 3-day total. It did make 146 on the 5-day.
Again, this comparison is faulty to start.
Okay,
but go about the numbers.
Between Superman and Fantastic Four, Superman wins the box office battle, the 125 million domestic opening, just by a little bit. 118 for Fantastic Four.
I mean, just a little bit.
Yeah, it's very close. But
also Superman, I mean, 2 things. Superman came out first before it.
Yes.
Also, Superman, we all agree, is a bigger name than Fantastic Four.
Absolutely. Yes. And I feel like the more families that were skewing towards Superman than this movie, even though it was kind of a family movie. But, okay, final question. Is Marvel back? Anthony.
I think it's too early to say.
Okay.
I think it's nice to see that Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four, which from everything I've seen weren't cut up to a million times like Brave New World. It seems like this Iger's said we're going to focus more on quality than quantity, right? So you're getting these Ironheart. I don't even count that even because that was made 2 years ago.
Yeah.
If they continue with the direction they have now, where they're just focused on the movies and the stories within the movies, like that's the right approach. I don't have the hype that I had still for like Doomsday that I would have had for Infinity War or anything like that, but I feel better about where things are. I feel better that they've shown with these last 2 because I like Thunderbolts more for what it's worth.
Okay,
and as for I said that in my rankings, but I like both. I like that they've shown that they can bounce back a little bit and learn from their mistakes and be like, okay, we can still make a good film. I do agree with Ruggs. The bar is really low, so we are patting them on the back for things that, in phase 2 and 3, it was just a given that they would have made a good film. Yeah. But now it's a surprise.
Yeah.
So they because of their shittiness, they've weaned us to like something.
They've lowered the bar.
Yeah,
they've lowered their own bar,
isn't it? Yes.
But hey, if they keep clearing the low bar that they've cleared, I'm more than happy to go and watch movies like this.
Yeah, I would say it's not back, but it's heading in that back direction.
Yeah, well, this is my thought process on this. I gave it a 7.5, so that's not like the best score you can give, right? But the idea is that Marvel's not going to have a lot of opportunities to do what they did in this movie in other movies because this was a alternate universe, self-contained story.
Right.
These characters are not dealing with the Marvel lore that they've set up that has all this baggage with it and that they've screwed up, stuff that they didn't have the characters for, all that stuff. they might be able to do this when they do an X-Men movie.
Right. That's something they might have to do similar.
Like
Yes.
in an alternate universe,
Right.
whatever. But I feel like with Doomsday and all of this Secret Wars stuff, they're gonna step all over themselves. So I don't know if we're gonna see a movie like this again. I think this is like a unicorn that happens because for some reason everything just was right. They had a alternate universe, a fresh start, a retro futuristic thing that separates it from everything else.
Yeah.
All of that stuff, that all helped the movie.
Yeah, I think you're
Now,
right.
If you put this in the regular Marvel universe where you have all of these things that went wrong already,
right?
Like the fact that they didn't have X-Men from the get-go and all that stuff, and they're gonna have to try and sandwich and make these things work. Things that they've already blown and burnt. Captain America is now gone, and Iron Man's now gone, and all that other stuff. So like that's gonna be more clunky. That's gonna be harder to make pay off. You have the stupidest Spider-Man that ever existed in that world. You have everything like that's not working in the real Marvel universe. So I feel like this is a outlier.
Yeah, you may not see something like this until like a full X-Men movie, but clearly where it's heading is they're gonna fuck everything up, bust up all of reality, and blow it up and put it back together. And the OGs will be recast. You'll have some of the same people from before.
Like how does Marvel
there'll be X-Men
get a clear win like this one when they have all that other baggage?
A lot of baggage. They just got blow it up. That's it.
You know what? I was just gonna say they've already hinted at it, and they probably will reset the universe.
They're gonna break all their realities and shove them back into one new thing. It's like they do in the comics. It's like DC does every few years.
Yeah.
So it's kind of desperate, but that's kind of where they've left themselves. They've ridden themselves that way, and that's what Secret Wars is for. It's a perfect vehicle for that. So it should be pretty crazy. Okay, let's do some news from the nation. It's time for news from the nation. It's time for news from the nation.
It stinks. It stinks. It stinks.
Fantastic.
Four
Foreskins. Everybody having fun playing with their foreskins in Fortnite?
Yeah.
I bet that's a fun time over there. Anyways, got a bunch of comments. Anthony, we'll alternate again like we did last week. That was fun.
Oh, okay. Let me look at that.
Okay, I'll start. Justin Zwerner comments, Batman showed up and saved everyone. All hail King Imran. Geek mode. I had to put that in. That's my best comment. That's my favorite comment from Justin Zwerner.
What is he talking about there?
I don't know, but every time he puts all hail King Imran, it makes me feel good. That's all.
Okay.
Get a little tingly.
Brian Goff. Hey, Imran. Hey, Imran. What?
Oh, he said this to me. Yes.
Now that the big 3 July movies are out, Jurassic World, Superman, Fantastic Four, can you guys rank them? I loved F4, by the way. A gripe I had was the baby CGI. Why did Ben have to be holding it so often? One or two other things, but other than that, I was smiling for most of it. Also, it felt great finally seeing these characters in the MCU.
In the MCU proper, yes. Wes Cranford says, I fucking loved it. Again, not without flaws. At times, it did not quite engage me fully. But that being said, it felt fresh, colorful, and vibrant. I look forward to seeing it again. But my interest, risk reaction, my initial reaction was, wow, they nailed the characters. And finally, Sue Storm was given the gravitas she always deserved, as she is the heart and soul of the team. And nothing is more important in all our lives than family. Okay, Dom Toretto. Whether blood or family, we choose. Oh, see, everyone's connecting with the family. I thought it was going to be more like Sue Storm was going to be like the main point of view, but really it was everybody. It wasn't just her. So,
Jamie Robinson. Overall, I was a fan. The story was slow in some spots, making it hard to stay awake. Come on, I'm 53. But the characters were well done. Reed's stretch scenes didn't look super fake, and they tied it into the next big film. The post-credit scene was definitely not worth sitting through all of the credits for, though. He's talking about the last
one.
Yeah, that definitely
was kind of just whatever. Steve Morrison says it's great to finally have a Fantastic Four movie that doesn't suck ass. Another great cast. Finally got a Galactus that isn't a stupid space cloud and is comic accurate. Mid-credit scene actually teases something we're going to see. It's a long wait until the next MCU film. Yes, July 2026. Spider-Man, brand new day.
Tom Walters. I was giddy the entire time, even got misty a couple of times. seeing Galactus for the first time blew me away. It had so much heart. So awesome.
Yeah. And then Sebi Ravi, another ChatGPT condensed version of what he wrote, because it was very.
This is 4 paragraphs in the condensed version.
This is the condensed version. He had one big paragraph. So he says via ChatGPT, Fantastic Four is a fun return to classic Marvel storytelling with a clear beginning, middle, and end. Unlike Gunn Superman, which leans too heavily on nonstop action, the film allows for quiet, character-driven moments without constant quips, and the characters feel faithful to their comic book versions, especially a menacing Galactus. Pedro Pascal he thought was decent as Reed, though less convincing than the rest of the cast. The Thing is likable, but setting the film 4 years after the team got their powers skips over his most emotional arc. Similarly,
that's the point.
Yeah, because normally Ben is mad at Reed for the accident because everybody else physically didn't change, and he did and can't control it, and he's always fucking mad at him. He apologizes in the movie again, and Ben's like, it's all right. I'm over it. He says, similarly, Reed's guilt is barely explored. Johnny Storm avoids the usual jokester stereotype and contributes meaningfully throughout. Sue Storm shines as the strong matriarch. The gender-swapped Silver Surfer feels unnecessary, as this could have easily been Nor and Rad, possibly changed to avoid pairing Johnny with a male character. The finale, though, another city-leveling event, feels earned, unlike Gunn Superman. The retro-futuristic production design is a standout overall. This is the best superhero movie since Deadpool and Wolverine. If Thunderbolts follows suit, Marvel may finally be back on track.
I think he means if Doomsday follows suit.
Doomsday follows suit, yes. So he's feeling the course correction, but he makes some good points there.
That is a good point. I mean, I didn't think of that, but that does, because the Thing's arc is heavily tied to the fact that he just got his powers and doesn't look like anyone and is really really pissed off about it.
Right.
And can't, is figuring out a way to integrate into society. But when you skip to 4 years, you can't really do that.
Everybody loves him. There's toys of him, and the kids are like, pick up the car.
Well, you would think by that point he's found a way to integrate into society.
Yeah. And it seems like he's forgiven Reed, essentially.
Yeah.
But the Rachel Rosman character was interesting because Alicia Masters in the comics is usually his girlfriend, and she's like the daughter of Puppet Master or something. I thought that was going to go farther. I love Natasha Lyonne, so it was fun to see her in the movie. All right, finally, let's finish up with some What Are We Watching? Anthony, did you get a chance to see anything else?
I did on the way to Comic-Con. I needed something light.
Yeah.
So I watched on the plane Anyone But You.
Oh.
The rom-com
I saw that.
Glenn Powell, Sydney Sweeney.
Yep, Sydney Sweeney.
And
listen, I'm a sucker for a good rom-com.
Right.
This movie is somewhat ridiculous in the premise.
Okay.
But it's two hot people.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it. I laughed a lot throughout. I'm not sold on Sydney Sweeney. I don't know that she's a good actress.
Yeah.
No.
But she's fucking hot.
She can say lines.
She can deliver lines in a good enough way where I'm not going, this is horrible.
Yeah.
And she's fucking hot. And you've got Glenn Powell, who's a good looking guy, and I wanted them to hook up throughout the movie. They do, and there literally were bits where I was laughing next to people, like in the airport or on the plane. So I'm a sucker for a good rom-com, and this one was good enough for me. So nice. I enjoyed it.
All right, nice little review. Ruggs, you see anything?
I watched Happy Gilmore too.
Okay, we can talk about this because
my buddy Rex wanted me to watch this movie with him.
Oh yeah,
as we were in between going out that Saturday night, but also resting from the con. But I decided to take a nap, so I'm curious about this.
Yeah,
movie.
It came out on Friday. And Ruggs, what'd you think?
It's all right.
Yeah, it is. This movie is really long. It's longer than the original. It's full of. Someone on Twitter posted it perfectly. They were like, Happy Gilmore 2 script. And it goes like this. It goes, flashback, cameo, drinking joke, cameo, flashback, rehab, cameo, drinking joke, cameo, rehab again. It's kind of repetitive. It's silly. There's so many people in there. But you know what? I kind of liked it. I kind of was happy to see where Happy was 30 years later.
I can't say it was a great movie, and I can't say it's even close to the first one.
No, it's not. It's not as good as the first one.
It was fine.
But for nostalgia's sake, for the stunts they pulled in this, and like, I paused this movie at one point, and I thought it was almost over because so much shit happened. I was like, let me just go to the bathroom. It was only in the middle. There was another hour of shit. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
How much shit is in this movie? So like he gets drunk and then falls off the wagon and has to go to rehab. I think like 2 times in the movie. It's super repetitive unnecessarily. But the cameos, bro, everybody from like Bad Bunny, Eminem, Travis Kelce, all these golfers, just some wild cameos made it kind of fun.
Like there's a lot of people in this
Both
movie.
of his daughters are in it. A lot of return. Shooter McGavin's back. So if you like
his wife is in it, his daughter's in it.
I feel
his
like
tax attorney's in
everybody's in it. I feel like if you like the first one, you will enjoy this for what it is. Just
I mean, I didn't like that he was not the unhinged Happy Gilmore, but I guess he's a dad now.
He's
but
aged. He's older.
I feel like you get more angry as you get older. I don't think you get less angry. Maybe I don't know. Maybe you chill out. I don't know.
And if you don't forget the first movie, they do that thing where they show you tons of clips from the first movie. So
he's 58 though. He looks great.
Yeah,
for 50.
he looks so young in the clips, and he's 58 now. He looks great. It's crazy.
I mean, he definitely dyed his beard black because
Benny Safdie's in the movie, who directed him in Uncut Gems.
Yeah.
Just every 5 seconds, you're like, oh, there's that guy. Oh, Margaret Qualley, Eric Andre, just random fucking people are in this movie. It's wild. It's great. You see anything else, Ruggs?
I did watch the South Park premiere with the Trump penis.
Oh my God, Anthony, have you heard about this?
I have, yeah.
So the South Park boys, having just gone through this long negotiation, signing a 5-year, $1.5 billion deal with Paramount and CBS, it put out this episode right away where they skewer fucking Paramount, CBS, Trump, and NPR. And I thought there was no way for these guys to stay relevant and push the envelope. I thought I seen them do everything. And I watched this and I was like, oh my Lord, you guys are going hard. It's fucking wild. I was like, how are you not getting sued right away?
All right, they got to do the typical, things with in South Park with the cartoon and everything. But the thing that they did,
just put it out there.
They made an AI Trump, that looks like real Trump, and they have him like naked with his dick out, and his dick has got like googly eyes, like a little Muppet. It's like a tiny dick, and it looks just like.
So he's walking through the desert. He takes
a big fat Trump,
takes his clothes off. He's a big fat. South Park was forced to make a PSA for Trump. He takes all his clothes off and he collapses and he looks down, and this little puppet penis pops up and he goes, I'm Donald Trump and I approve this message. The penis got eyes on it. It's the most ridiculous thing. And then in the show, he's with Satan and he talks like the Canadians. He's just like,
wild.
Relax, guy. Have a rest. I'm going to sue everybody. Relax, guy. And it's with his photo of him. It's fucking wild. Oh my God. And then Satan is like, you remind me of someone I used to date. He's talking about Saddam Hussein. So he compares Trump to Saddam Hussein. It's some wild shit.
Yeah, it's pretty. It was that PSA was when I was just like, okay, this is a whole other level of shit that they're doing now.
This is season 27, and they managed to get everybody talking about fucking South Park again.
It was pretty hilarious,
unbelievable. Gotta hand it to them. I think they're the only people out there that can kind of just say whatever the fuck they want. Nobody seems to mind. They just let them do it. It's crazy. How are they doing this?
Yeah,
it's parody, right? It's satire. I don't know if Trump can sue him or whatever, but what the fuck? You know, he's not happy about this.
Think about this, though. He's the leader of the free world. He's the president of the United States. And we live in a country where someone can make an AI, a realistic AI of him naked with a tiniest dick with little Muppet eyes on it.
You're right about this, the country bit, because I showed my mom. I was like, you have to watch this. And I showed her the whole episode. And she's like, you wouldn't be able to do that in Pakistan. Holy shit. Like, she's like, I can't believe you could get away with that. No other country could you do that.
So
that's why this country's great.
As Bill Maher says often, we've come a long way and we can do things that no other country could do.
Yeah, it is. It's something to see. If you've not seen it, I highly recommend. Just watch season 27. First episode. Wow. Good job, boys. Anyways, out this week, here's our mission. Fellas, we're going to switch to comedies. Naked Gun.
Oh, we're going to watch that in the theater?
Yes.
Oh.
When does it come out?
This week.
Oh. Okay.
August 1st or whatever this Thursday is. Here's the thing. I'm really excited for this, and the runtime was revealed. It is under 90 minutes. It's 83 minutes. It's an hour 25. And I think that means that we are going to get a mile-a-minute jokes. It can come in, they're going to hit you, joke, get the fuck out. The original movies were similar. Like, you can't sustain that kind of humor for even 90 minutes. Like, so that means also the theaters can play this movie like 25 times in a day and make money. But the fact that it's under 90 minutes, I was like, all right, they are honoring what this thing is. They are honoring the original Naked Gun. I think we should watch it. I think it'll be funny. Paul Walter Hauser is in this too.
Okay.
Do it, Naked Gun.
I'll do it. I'll watch it and I'll like it.
And then there's also Eyes of Wakanda also coming out this Friday. If anybody wants, I'll watch it. We'll talk about it later. Whatever. It's 4 episodes. But comedy. Did you see that? There's a hilarious PSA Liam Neeson made about saving comedies, kind of like the Save the Kids PSAs. And he's like, every time.
I think you're the only one that's really this enthusiastic.
Dude, yeah, come on. It's been a long time since we got to go. I'm looking forward to laughing to stupid shit. Somebody throw me a bone.
About the PSAs.
The PSA was hilarious. He's like, save the comedy. He's like, comedies need your help. Every year, fewer and fewer comedies are coming out in the theater. It was funny. It's funny. And then he farts. It's a fart joke. It's a Naked Gun. Nobody's excited? Fuck you guys. Geek boner. We're going to watch this. We're going to laugh.
I can tell you right now, I'm not excited to watch this movie.
You're going to laugh. Endorphins will be released. You're going to feel good.
I'll watch it. I wouldn't have watched it in the theater myself either, but
I want comedies like this to come back. We're going to
I want to see this Weapons movie.
Then we're going to do that next week. Absolutely. Yeah.
I'll have tickets to that movie.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, that's it for this week. Ruggs, where can the people find you online?
You can find me at Rug Boy Show on Twitter, where I will be interacting with Gail Simone once again.
Oh, yeah. She doesn't know your new account, so she can't block you yet.
She actually retweeted me.
Oh, wow. There is progress. What a world we live in.
I don't know. I like Marvel movies now, and all
Gail
things
Simone's
are great.
retweeting you. What is happening?
Yeah.
The world's upside down. Anthony, what are you doing this week?
Me?
Yeah.
This week, we have Lollapalooza this week.
That's
I'll be out there on Friday.
That's right. All right. Have fun there.
Yep.
In the meantime, listener, check out our website, jockandnerd.com, for episode notes, links to follow, to subscribe, to support. Thank you for listening to the Jock and Nerd podcast. My name is Imran.
My name's Anthony.
He's the Jock.
He's a nerd.
We'll peep you next time.
I love this movie.
I like turtles.
My balls was hot.
Jock and Nerd.